different life, cause lights and cameras are in it. Trying to find a silver lining. All I do is avoid the violence. But you're here again, I'm losing it. There's no more screaming in silence. Get out my face, turn off the flash. I hate the fame, no more of that. Leave me alone, or I'll collapse. I need a break, don't feel the crack. You follow me, anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. There's more to me, everywhere I try to go alone, I find you there. Yeah, yeah. You follow me, anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. Oh, there's more to me, but anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. I find you there.
Can I dive deep into the darkness in your heart? Trust you more than anyone I have met before. Don't care who you are or who you want to be. I'll be here until the day that you leave me. When I'm with you, I know I'm safe beside your arms. I'll make sure that you won't ever feel lonely no more. Whatever past we had, the future we will see. I'll be here until the day that you leave me.
I've been heading down a one-way street, can't turn around. You've been taking every part of me, now you know where to be found. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. understand why I still believe that what we have was ever meant to last. Guess you made a fool of me. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm slowly breaking. You make love so complicated. I'm only seeing blue. You make love so complicated. Why do I still believe you make love so complicated?
I live my life searching for the light. Been learning to fight through the darkness. I'll get this right. We were born to shine and we still got time. It's not hopeless. Don't look now. Here comes that awful feeling. My walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again. 'Cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down. I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right. I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Yeah, I've lost my crown, but no, I will not bow. You know I'm here right now for the long run. Yeah, you see me down, but you know I'll never drown. You know I'll get back up on it somehow. Don't look now. Here comes that awful feeling. My walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again. 'Cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down. I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right. I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight.
Good afternoon, everybody. We're joined here today in Ferrycarrig Park for the Wexford Cup Final, sponsored by Wexford FC. Fort Celtic versus North End. Fort Celtic won the toss during the week, so they're actually designated as the home team. So we have the both teams lining up. So just before we go through the two teams, I'd introduce you. We have Joe New with me today. Joe, looking forward to it?
Yeah, looking forward to this. Conditions are fairly good. Bit windy down here, but pitch looks perfect. Hopefully we get to see a bit of football being played on the ground.
Please God. So I start off with the home team. Clive Lawler-Ryan in the goal. Dara Rossiter is wearing number 2, Kieran Carty number 3, Sean Carmody number 4, Chris Hooker number 5, Lee Busher number 6, Patsy Malone number 7, Ryan Busher number 8, Jack Mullen number 9, Adam Beery number 10, and Cahill Dowd number 11. And we just run down through the North End team. Jason McGuire number 1, Alan Rhodes number 2, Todd Hines number 3, Craig McCabe number 4, Gary Delaney number 5, Rhys Murphy number 6, Kieran Page number 7, John Pear number 8, Owen Rhodes number 9, Paul Murphy captain number 10, and Niall Connolly back in and number 11 starting. So Joe, do you think both managers are maybe playing a little bit of mind games? Kieran Carty wearing the number 3, I doubt he'd be starting left full back. Maybe and Alan Rhodes would be interested to see, does he start in the number 2 jersey as a normal right full back?
Yeah, maybe the lads are just playing a few tricks. I as I said to you before, I'm nearly sure Alan Rhodes has played right back before. But we'll see in a minute. It looks like a few tricks being played with the numbers anyway.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, and you can kind of see the reason why maybe North End might start Alan Rhodes full back. I must congratulate Ryan Busher on winning the Premier Player of the Year award that was held on Friday night. So maybe Ryan is quite a big physical player. Maybe that's the reason why they might be starting Alan that side to try and match up. Be interesting to see. Yeah,
possibly. I think the way Gary has played over last season has kind of pushed the fullbacks really high, and there has been space left in behind. Maybe Alan's in there just to kind of not leave that space and let the wing backs of Fort Celtic get in. We'll see how it goes. He could be up against Jack Mullen either, who's nice pace, good runner as well. Yeah,
definitely. And just a quick mention, there's the third team here today, the 3 lads in the middle, Owen McAuliffe on the line and Paul Corwin on the line, and refereed by Seamus Kelly in the centre. Seamus, plenty of experience, been around a number of years, refereed a lot of big games.
Yeah. Probably one of the most consistent referees in the league. Just gives it as he sees it. And the thing about him is, you can actually have a chat with him as he's going around, and not he'll explain his decision to you. Don't like decisions, but he will explain them.
So the coin toss has just been done, and North End are swapping sides. So obviously Fort Celtic, cup holders, North End Premier League champions. So be big game for Fort Celtic to try and build on the success of last year and try and retain the cup.
Yeah, I think so. If they can go back to back, it'll be kind of legendary stuff down there. Looks like there's a decent crowd out here as well to see both teams. So should be good. Does look like the way they're lining up here that Alan Rhodes is going to line up right back.
Yeah, it definitely does. And look at these two lads. North End were cup winners 2023, Fort Celtic 2024. So both of them have tasted cup final success over the last couple of years. So hopefully the nerves won't get to any of them today, and they'll get the game going and get it going quick. Seamus Kelly is just about to start it. Patsy Malone getting a touch on it and moving it back to Sean Carmody now.
It looks like Fort Celtic have gone away from their normal back 3 as well, just right at the start. Now maybe they'll change it up again, but looks like we've gone forward to back. Lee Busher out right back. So maybe 2 different formations than we've seen. Chris Hooker out left back.
Yeah, if it does look like that, Joe, I wouldn't be really a massive fan of changing your tactics, changing shapes for one game, would you?
No, not really. You'd like to stick at what served you well to get you here. I know all these lads have played in those positions anyway, but look, we'll see how it goes. But I'd rather stick to what I know, or stuff like that for a game like this.
Yeah. Lee Busher now with the throw-in. Captain Lee has found Dara Rossiter, and he was quickly closed down by Owen Rhodes, who won the free. So a bad first touch by Dara Rossiter, and it led to a free kick for him in a place.
Yeah, a bit too eager to come onto the ball there and push forward. Poor touch, let him down then.
Craig McCabe over the ball now, and Craig, I thought, was excellent last week when he came on in the FA Cup Final. He had a really good game in centre half, and Niall Connolly is in here with a crossfield over to Kieran Page. And Kieran bet hooker for the header, but it was safely back in Clive Lawler's hands. Released it long. Gary. Very little communication. Adam had just took a gamble that time, and not a whole lot of talking, it sounded like, between Gary and Craig. North End now moving forward.
Yeah, Beery did what Beery does and gambles and almost got in.
And Jason is trying to run this out, and Ryan was putting the pressure on him. It started quick anyway. Joe?
Yeah, it started quick enough.
Started at a good high tempo. We're only a couple of seconds into it, and we Adam in with a chance, and Kieran Page coming in with a little bit of a header at the back. So North End trying to build out from the back. Jason playing it out to Craig. Todd Hines now has plenty of space to get into him. He's been closed down by young Jack Mullen. John Pear inside Patsy Malone, and spread the ball out to two roads, is back out to Allen.
Fort Celtic have lined up very narrow across the middle. It looks like Kieran Carty is a kind of whole midfielder, and then the other two are, or the other three, sorry, are just lined up as three flat centre midfielders. It can be very tight, very hard to get out. Cahill Dowd will have a lot of work to do to get out to the Allen Rhodes out the right side. Yeah,
he will, and a bit of pressure from Patsy on John Pear, and a loose ball, and it's allowed Ryan Busher to get square up against Craig, who's fed it down the line to Adam Beery. Beery tried a little whip, but Gary Delaney got a good block on it, and it's a throw in from Fort Celtic.
Just to note there that time when the ball was when Beery had the ball on the right hand side, Cahill actually found himself in a bit of space. Cahill Dowd, he got in behind Alan Rhodes and just kept going. So a nice quick ball in there could have got him in on the back post.
Very little movement from the Fort Celtic lineup, and Niall Connolly clearing. Probably would have disagreed with Paul that time. I thought it came out off of Paul Murphy, but Paul Kerwin, the linesman, gave a throw into North End. Reese getting pressure from Patsy Malone, which should prove to be a good battle today. The two boys are all action.
Should be great, and I said it earlier on. It's probably the best season I've seen Patsy Malone have, even at 38 years of age, or he might not like me for that, but he's getting around, and what he doesn't get enough credit for is he actually plays football as well, and he puts a lot of tackles in.
Yeah, Patsy's been a great servant to Wexford football and Wexford FC. Well, it was Wexford Youth when Patsy played for him.
Yeah.
So he's been a really, really good player, and it's been great for Fort Celtic to get him. He had a year with North End.
Yeah.
The 1 year North End haven't won anything in the last 15 or 20 years. Patsy told me a couple of weeks ago. Alan Rhodes is trying to release Kieran Page, but Sean Carmody read it well and cut out that.
Carmody's bread and butter, isn't it? Reading whip balls in behind.
Yeah, that's it. I was chatting to him before the game. I asked him how was he fixed. He said if it was 10 years ago, he'd have felt better.
Like us all.
Long ball for North End up to Paul Murphy, but the header was won by Carmody. Patsy Malone onto the breaking ball, but he gave it straight to Todd Hines.
I will say just on that instance, if you're used to playing with wing backs, That was probably a ball that Patsy was used to playing every Sunday morning out to Lee Busher, who'd be pushed up higher on that one, but
Possibly, yeah. So Todd Hines now with a throw in, and he found Reese, and not a great touch from Reese. He left it a little bit shy for Todd, and Kieran Carty in with a strong tackle. Fairness to Dara Rossiter, he's getting a load of football in the first couple of minutes, but I don't think he's found a fourth Celtic player yet.
not just yet. He's only feeling himself into the game.
Island Todd playing a good whip ball in that time, but well collected by Clive Lawler. Clive looks like he's going to go along with it.
Still only have two up. They'll get a bit of support up around this one, alright.
Good header from Gary. He tried to find Alan Rhodes, but Alan done quite well to retrieve it. There was a bit much on the header, and he was being closed down by Cahill Dowd, and he won the throw for North End, so it allows him to recuperate.
I'd like to see a bit more of that from John Pear, maybe, to get on the ball and settle everything down and get touches in there.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. Just make it hard for Fort Celtic to get close.
John is one of these players very, very hard to pick up when he's on form like that. And a bit of a lack one by Patsy, couldn't get control of it. Allowed Jason Maguire off the hook, and John turning out, playing it to Craig McCabe. North End are just being a bit patient at the minute, but yeah, just getting back to John. He's one of these lads who you love to see getting on the ball. He's at the age now where he probably should be dictating games and running with the ability he has, so hopefully he can have a good game today. Kieran Page looking to get his head up and run at Fort Celtic. His first opportunity, but blocked out by Kieran Carty, and Paul Murphy with a lovely cross field ball over to Niall Connolly. And Todd Hines with a great whip. Oh, good reading that time by Sean Carmody, but that was a good bit of play by North End. Joe moved it from right to left, and an underlap, shall we say, by Todd Hines, and Niall Connolly found him in a good whip.
Yeah, and it's the benefit of having actual left-footed left back and left midfielder. Just get it down the side, and the ball will come in early when Niall Connolly and Todd Hines get down there.
Yeah, no, a really good ball and a really, really good chance. Owen Rhodes was making his way to the front post, but it was just read by Sean Carmody. Good defending. Patsy all or nothing tackle again from him, in fairness, and another throw in from.
He does break up a lot of play.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't really maybe tried Craig, one of the great throw in, just to change it up a little bit from that angle. It's like a corner sometimes when Craig is throwing it.
Yeah.
Craig McCabe.
Yeah. It doesn't look like Owen Rhodes wants to come too far across.
Off from Niall, and Owen flick header back, and it'll go down as on target. It was a good header from Owen. He was under a lot of pressure, and Clive was happy to take that in his hands. Good little header from Paul Murphy, only for Owen Rhodes. It was behind Owen, and Cahill Dowd now is breaking through. He's fed Jack Mullen to his feet, and Jack played a lovely ball inside. Just a little bit much on it for Ryan Busher, and it was close enough, but I think Jason was just inside.
I'd say it was close.
Sloppy from Kieran there, giving it away to John Pear, who can't hurt you. He's at feeding it out to Owen Rhodes, and Owen looking for support off of Kieran Page. And free kick in there. Chris Hooker was a little bit eager. It's a bit far from us. Seamus was only a couple of yards away, but Kieran
came across that ball. Didn't really look like he wanted it. Yeah, kind of touch let him down then again.
Kieran's coming in on his left foot.
High foot.
So Oh, and just rose his foot. Big crowd here again today, Joe.
Yeah, there's more after coming in since the start of the game there.
So 2 o'clock, bank holiday Sunday, and the sun is shining as well. So
We could have got that Rockshore container opened up over there.
should have. Niall Connolly getting his head up now and trying to great ball by Niall over to spot Murphy, and Clive Lawler just read it well, but a lovely little ball, and John Pears after nipping it off of Patsy Malone and fed on, and it's back to John. He's now knocked it out to the wing to Alan Rhodes. Gary being closed down by Ryan Busher and Adam pushing it. Oh, Craig left that short. So Craig left that one short, and Adam took another gamble, and if it was the Adam Beery of 5 years ago, he might have made it, but he was very, very close.
Seems to be the only chances for Celtic seem to be able to make it a minute are from North End's. I'm not going to say complacency, but they're mistimed passes or mistimed headers. And it only takes one. They've been close enough on 2.
So Chris Hooker, that time it was an easy one. Once the hands go on the back, it's easy, especially when there's daylight between them. And in fairness to Jason, we're just having a quick look at the replay there. He done really, really well to reach that, didn't he?
Yeah, he was quick off the mark. A little bit sloppy by Craig now to leave it that short.
Todd is over on the left hand side. Todd Hines getting ready to whip this in. Todd would have played in a Wexford Cup Final, I think, with Wexford Bows a few years ago. I'm not sure he was involved in that squad.
I think so, yeah.
And front post and a whip on it, and Paul Murphy making his attack to the front post, and very, very close. Got a touch on it, but didn't test Clive Lawler. We have a look at it now coming in. Yeah, good whip, and I don't know who was picking him up, Paul Murphy, but he ended up on his backside. So
Great ball in, very hard to defend, nice and low. Good whip on it. Great the way they can. Todd Hines can hit a free kick and they can leave Niall Connolly another left footer out.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to go up for it.
So Clive has gone long once again, and fourth this time had looked like there was a good 3 or 4 pushed right up, and Lee Busher was looking to take a quick throw in. Trying to find Patsy, but Reese Murphy read it. Ryan put Rossiter under pressure there and allowed North End to come back into it, and bit of a slack ball by Paul Murphy, played behind Alan Rhodes.
Yeah, there's been a couple of those unopposed, no pressure really on the player passing the ball, and it's been a little bit sloppy.
Just like that.
Just like that, yeah.
So Chris Hooker coming out and trying to fight Ryan, and he's been doubled up by Reese and Niall Connolly, and he fed the ball in. It's competitive in there in the middle there with Patsy.
It's so tight, and like that, like North End have only gone with the 2, so it's a 4-4-2, and just looks like Fort Celtic have packed it. It looks a bit of a diamond, more so than a flat 3, but very competitive in there.
Patsy won't be happy with that. Tried to find Cahill Dowd, but nodded it out for a throw in.
Yeah, I imagine there's no communication behind from Kieran there. He could have just taken that one down. Kieran could have taken it.
So we're just 15 minutes in, and it's been even enough, Joe. Probably with Paul Murphy's chance there for North End, and Adam Beery taking the gamble on 2. So it's been quite close. Nobody's dominating, or
not really. No, North End have probably got a few more balls into the box, but yeah, there's no one really taking control of it yet.
Reese done well to ride the tackle and come away with the ball, but he went backwards to jump here. Niall Connolly didn't protect it, and
Expecting to run there from Ryan.
yeah, Ryan had shone in. Just a while we're on, Joe, a word of congratulations to all the Player of the Years Friday night. It's a fantastic achievement to win a Divisional Player of the Year. So congratulations to anybody who picked up an award on Friday night.
Yeah, it's great for great to be voted. The way it was done this year, the 1, 2, 3, a little bit different to what it normally was, but great for all those players.
Alan Rhodes whipping it into the far post, and Niall Connolly hung in there, but good ball back into the danger area by Niall, but well read again by Sean Carmody, who knocked it out in the centre, and Owen Rhodes tried to flick it over the corner to Niall, but Niall hadn't read what Owen was going to do, and now Ryan Busher is going to look to get his head up and take on Craig. Craig has held him up. Maybe Craig could do with a bit of support. Ryan done well, yeah. In fairness, both players were doing quite well. Craig had him face back, and he probably needed a bit of support from some of his North End teammates to come in, and Ryan then spun him and won the free. So
yeah, same with Ryan. Adam had made a run and kind of caught himself offside, and if he got back on it a bit quicker, he was slipped in again. Ryan held on to it fairly well there.
Carmody delivers it into the box, in towards Patsy Malone, but it came off of Reese, it looks like. I thought from here that was a corner.
Looked that way from here.
Yeah, corner, that one, but missed by Seamus.
Great ball in there.
Good long ball in by Sean Carmody, and live play, it looked like it came off Reese, but maybe we were a bit harsh on Seamus. I still would have given a corner to Fort Celtic.
That's why you're not out there in black, Nicky.
Navy blue today. Tough one for Jason to control. It was whipped back to him by Allen. Knocked out for a North End throw in just inside their own half.
And Gary shaking his head down there. He's not happy with a couple of those balls around the back line that are been left a bit short and a bit hard maybe at times as well.
Allen knocks it up long to his brother Owen, and Sean Carmody reads it and nods it out. Now with their third throw in a row, and Allen has fed Spot Murphy. Spot would normally get something out of this, but he didn't that time. Doubled up by Dowd and Hooker, and Adam Beery battling with Craig. Craig finds Jason. Todd looking to turn out, and it's been closed down very well by Jack Mullen, and Jack himself was unlucky then not to keep it in, but good work rate that time by Fort Celtic. Yeah, pressing quite high.
Yeah, and a great bit of movement by Adam Beery there. When he's chasing the ball, Craig just didn't know where he was, so you have to deal with it. Adam ran in behind him, came in front of him, makes it very difficult for him. That's all you can ask.
Just looked outside of the box, Joe. We better be careful. There must be about 20 referees down there.
I'm saying that.
The travels around in gangs now. Them boys. Lee Busher throwing in between Reese and Patsy again, and Gary Delaney behind it, swept it up. Adam tried to whip it around the corner. Todd was a little bit quicker. Adam won it back off of Todd, and in fairness to him, and he's after putting Todd on his backside and crossing over the ball. Cahill Dowd in at the back post after picking it up. He's fine. Chris Hooker whips it in with his left foot into Jason, and good little bit of play actually there by Adam.
Yeah, excellent by Adam Beery. Again, seem to be mentioning him a good bit. Todd probably could have done better. He tried to let it run out and was too far, way too far to stand over the ball like that.
Yeah, and he won't be happy then that Adam put him on his bum.
No.
So special. Kieran Carty after finding Chris Hooker, and Chris has gone back inside to find Kieran. Little 1-2 with good bit of play actually that time by Fort Celtic. The first time they got the football down a little bit, and in fairness they done quite well. Jack Mullen and Kieran Carty coming together, and a
Two-
goal kick.
Two nice attacks
Give
there in the space of a couple of minutes, and it's exactly what Fort Celtic need if Kieran Carty can get on the ball.
Slow down and as well time, very well
Yeah.
timed tackle. Was it Alan Rhodes? Was it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, very well timed tackle from Alan. And in fairness to Seamus Kelly, he was only a couple of yards away.
But if Fort Celtic can sustain a little bit more of this, and get Kieran, like I said, Kieran Carty in the middle of the field on the ball, with decent passer on it of the ball, they could capitalise on it.
So,
A little bit of messing by Kyle.
yeah, he's not happy with Jason. And now, in fairness, they're playing against a strong wind, a very, very strong wind. And I see Ehor giving out to Kyle down there.
Yeah, threw the ball away from Patsy when he was coming to get it.
So Gary has decided to take over.
Corner ball. Adam Beery again. Great bit of work in the corner. Turns defenders back towards their own goal and gets a corner out of it.
In fairness, Adam has looked like he's been North End spark, and it must be tough for Adam all them years playing with North End. Beery being such a no, he'll do everything he can for Fort Celtic, but still a great whip ball that time by him, but well read by Reese Murphy. Out to Jack Mullen. Jack came inside and had a strike. Oh! Fantastic strike from Jack that time, and North End have been very close, slow to close, clear the ball, shall I say, and called out, whipping it in. Fantastic save, I think, by Jason Maguire.
Great strike from Jack.
Fairness, I thought Jack, probably here it is, we're having a look at it, I thought he was going to feed the ball back out to Adam, but he knocked it around John Pear, and Jason made a really, really good save.
Yeah.
So, and would have been a great goal to open up the score, and if young Jack had got it, a good strong hand by Jason.
Yeah.
For me, I think it shows why Jason's probably the number one keeper in the county.
I'd agree with you. Yeah, I think you're right. Good save. He got it away from the goal there as well.
North End have looking to try and get out of their own half, but ball fed up to Owen, and he hasn't done a whole lot with it that time.
No, Fort Celtic are on top here at the minute. North End don't seem to be able to get a string a couple more passes together.
Definitely. Adam little flick out to Jack Mullen again. John turning his backside to it, and the flag has stayed down. North End's backs had stopped, and the flag stayed down, and Paul Kerwin wasn't flagging Ryan Busher off, so if Ryan had got to it, that could have been it. He could have been in.
Jack Mullen starting to get into the game a bit as well, isn't he? There he is again.
He'll have plenty of confidence from his first effort, but that time wasn't as accurate. I think Fort Celtic's midfielders starting to get on top of it. They're kind of bossing John and Reese a little bit in that area, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not allowing him to get any touches on the ball, and
No, very hard with just two in there to come up against four lads like that.
it is hard, and there's this good strong wind there as well for Fort Celtic. They're playing with the wind, so I'm surprised that maybe Paul Murphy hasn't dropped in to that area, maybe onto a Kieran Carty to try and pick up a little bit, get on the ball a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably your tactical speech the other day telling me he was coming too deep for the ball. Maybe he's not listening to you, Nicky, now not coming.
Yeah. So I didn't think he was going to play against such a wind.
No. No.
So Todd taking his time now. Very little movement out of any North End lad. I don't think any of them wanted it. They obviously weren't watching PSG last night.
No.
Every single one of their players wanted the football, didn't they, no matter where they were on the park.
Great game of football. Such a young side as well.
Yeah. So strong tackle by Jack, and just slightly mistimed, and it's the first yellow card of the day, and you can't really argue with it. A strong tackle, but
No, it's a long way to go now on a yellow card.
especially for a young man.
Yeah.
And Todd had just released the ball. Craig taking a shot to Todd and a good delivery. No, not a good delivery. When it left his foot, it looked like it was going to be, but it went straight into Clive Lawler's hands and straight down on top of Craig, who could only chest it to Adam Beery to allow Fort Celtic, but John Pear had read the pass.
Fort Celtic are just mopping up the North End mistakes in the back. Just that's where they seem to be getting most of their joy.
Gary will definitely slow it down now and try and find somebody's feet. Kieran Carty read it and got in ahead of Reese Murphy, who's fed Ryan Busher. John will look to try and get his head up and move out and fed the ball to Todd, who's knocked it to Niall Connolly, and Lee Busher forced Niall infield. Niall fed it, and Reese with a small bit of space, but Cahill Dow done really, really well, because Reese was getting lining that up to strike it, if only for it didn't fall to him quick enough. But
well read.
Very, very well read that time. North End have been in this position 6 or 7 times already today, and Spot Murphy made a different run this time, tried to hook it in. He's come back to him on the edge of the box and he's lined up Reese. He's been put under pressure by Jack Mullen, and Kieran Page's first touch didn't get it, and Fort Celtic looked to counter attack. Ryan Busher running, Alan Rhodes and Reese Murphy, and the best Ryan could do that time was run straight out over the line.
It'll take a bit out of him, but he got his team up the field.
Yeah.
And it's out over the line now, so it'll slow down a little bit, give him a little bit of a breather. Poor ball there by Todd.
Called out, stepping over at that time and allowing Ryan Busher to come in, but Paul Corwin at this line kept the flag down, and well read that time by Alan Rhodes. Good bit of play that time.
Yeah, good on the cover there.
So
Nice little touch.
And played in. Here's Kieran Carty on it, and the little flick by Cahill.
I don't think he was off, was
No, it didn't look like it, and Ryan was battling against Reese Murphy, and the ball coming in. We were just looking at the replay at that time, and Cahill Dowd has his hands on his head.
Ryan nearly got to the back post with that as well. Again, the previous chance came from a misplaced pass from Todd here on the left.
Adam swaps sides this time to whip it in with a bit of a wind on it, and it's whipped into the front post, and Jason had to deal with it. Not too convincingly, but it's flicked into the back post, and this time the flag has gone up for an offside. But in fairness to Jason, he just batted it out. His job first and foremost is just to save the ball, and that's what he done that time.
Yeah, it looks like North End got a little bit, I'm not going to say confused, but they had no one in the hole and no one on the post. It looks like whoever was in that spot got caught in two minds. Great whipping by Adam again.
Yeah. Jason puts his boot through that one up towards Owen Rhodes, but Dara Rossiter had read it and a bit of pressure on it in there, and Owen has ended up coming back out with it. 4 or 5 players around him, and he's fed the ball out to his brother Alan. Knocked it into Paul Spot Murphy. He's looking for the run of Kieran Page, and he couldn't find it, and now Jack Mullen has his head up and facing the North End goal, and that's an easy one for Paul Corwin to.
Yeah, I think he was off that time.
He was, but I think isn't it the rule say unless he touches it. So North End were looking for a free offside further up, but
Just seems very slow from North End at the minute.
Yeah, it was a concern I would have had after last week, but that was little bit
Great
better,
ball.
a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Reese just fed it on to Kieran Page, who's whipped it into the front post, and Owen Rhodes found a small bit of pace, the ball was slightly behind him, but he done well to get his long body and frame around it to try and get the header, but unfortunately wasn't on target.
Oh, it
But
started with Allen there on the right back, and 2 or 3 passes, and they're slipped in.
Yeah, it was a concern I probably had after last weekend how North End would come out of it. The FAI, everything really would have went into it, all preparation. This definitely would have been on the back of their minds, and then try and get themselves back up for it.
I think so. I know we said these lads have been in these positions for many years now, but it has to play on their mind. I mean, it was an All-Ireland final, so it will play on their minds, no matter who you are.
Definitely. Fort Celtic have probably had an easier preparation.
An extra week off as well.
Yeah, so John Pear now striding through midfield. Todd and Niall.
Mix up there between the two.
So I think Craig and Jason were getting a little bit too close to each other.
Think so. Jason probably should have came and cleaned it up in the end.
I think that's what Craig is saying to Gary there. They just got too close, and then Jason ended up kicking the ball straight off of Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, travelled a long way. Almost back in the area in our box, nice and slow. Jason probably could have come out and made it.
Pressure put on Reese by Patsy. And Jack Mullen fed the ball to Adam Beery. It was a great strike and just wide. Oh, a really, really good strike that was from Adam again. But loose play again. Patsy putting the pressure on Reese Murphy that time, and Jack Mullen lynching onto it straight away. And Adam Beery done really, really well. Once it opened up, Adam was always going to shoot.
Yeah. Before Celtic getting 4 around the ball.
Yeah, and in fairness to Cathal Dowd, he probably done the right thing, because Craig was standing up getting ready to block him, and he just ran straight into him.
Yeah.
Third man tackle.
Yeah.
And Todd trying to find Paul Murphy. Paul after knocking it around the corner to Niall Connolly, and Niall has won a corner. Port Celtic probably being the better half, so better this half, Joe. 33 minutes gone.
Yeah, I think so.
So
Yeah,
a couple of the better chances. I know they are. We're saying the wind isn't going to win it, but there is quite a strong breeze there. It's definitely blown from left to right as we're standing.
Yeah,
So
it's allowed any long clearance from Fort Celtic to be pressurised by Adam, because it's a bit hard to read. The defenders are always going backwards when they're trying to header it.
Like Connolly found the front post, and Cathal Dowd had to get ahead on that because there was very, very little movement behind him.
Someone went down in the box there.
Craig McCabe is down, so a bit of a clash. We have a look at the replay. Can't really see what happened with Craig, but
There's just a lot of people in the one area.
yeah. So Craig has made a hardy stuff. He's back up on his feet, ready to go. Kieran Page finding Reese, and pressure being put on Kieran Page by Kieran Carty, and it's still in that corner and cleared out by Fort Celtic to Jack Mullen. Jack has been very bright this half. Joe picking up a lot of ball.
Very good. He's done. I think Adam was just off. He's done his defensive work as well, and he's been nice, good quality on the ball when he's got onto it.
Yeah. Cathal Dowd is closing in on Alan and John Pear now, and Todd Hines has a load of space. But
Good battle between Sean Carmody there.
yeah, another really, really good battle and long clearance, and Gary Delaney read it and knocked it out. That was Todd is definitely an outball for North End if they can find him, but I think when Todd gets that, he has to start injecting a bit of pace into it when he has that space, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
If he's going to do something for North End.
I think so. Now, I will be a little bit critical of John because he took 3 touches on the ball before getting it out to him. Maybe just take one, turn it out, because Fort Celtic are playing so narrow.
Yeah.
The full-backs are always open. So it just takes one touch and fizz it out to the full-back, yeah.
So, flag gone up again. Somebody coming back from an offside position. Back. Fort Celtic are very, very narrow, and if you don't really expect Alan Rhodes to do it, but you should definitely be expecting Todd and Niall Connolly to try and outnumber Lee Busher on this side. It's a big gamble Fort Celtic have been playing.
Yeah.
But as you can see across the park again, Jason Maguire's on it, and Todd is out here with nobody near him, and Jack Mullen is in the bindle picking up Reese Murphy, who won the flick on to Kieran Page. Paul Murphy has slowed it down again for North End. He's fed Todd now, who has space again, just what we were talking about, and Todd didn't do a whole lot with that now. He left Paul with no option, and Fort Celtic come out with it, and Patsy killed Jack Mullen, but he ended up finding Adam Beery, who skinned Todd.
Excellent by Beery. I think Todd was hoping for that ball.
Yeah.
That's twice now.
Yeah.
Adam has done it this side.
So
he's not happy about it either. He thinks he should have got the throw.
yeah, Craig has gone to find Paul Murphy. Dave Rossiter, or Dara Rossiter, should I say, has found John Pear, who's knocked it out for a throw-in. Battling again between Reese and Patsy, 2 big strong chaps. Lee Busher's going to speed it up, trying to find his brother. So thought somebody was attacking us that time, Joe. The door, the containers after opening up.
We're blowing in. You don't want to be saying stuff. You're going to get caught for it.
I thought it was the referees. No, we're being locked in. So it looks like a long throw in. Ryan has gone out to take it, and he, not the greatest throw, he looped it in the air. Hard one for Fort Celtic to attack, and North End deal with it comfortable enough until now. Kieran Carty, after flicking it in, back into Jason's hands.
Slowed right down again. I know they were maybe struggling to get up and support there if he'd have played it quick, but
yeah, definitely.
yeah, it was offside.
Todd not happy. He wanted the flag up earlier. Paul trying to explain to him. Craig, after knocking it up to try and find Owen, and Owen has flicked header, and Paul Murphy's coming onto it. And Paul tried his best to get to it there, but just caught it with his toe and just knocked it out.
Yeah.
I suppose it'll go down as a shot, but
Not on target, but
No.
just one thing, the 2 centre backs actually crossed over a little bit there, and Chris Hooker never come in from left full back, never tucked in, and just left that spot open for Paul to run in. If he'd connected better with it, there was a nice open shot for him there.
yeah. There, Adam tried to get a free off of Kieran Page, but John Pear now is after taking on Patsy and going past him, and after adding a bit of pace into it, and he's gone past Kieran Carty and found Niall Connolly out here on the left hand side, and Niall's first touch wasn't great, tried to feed Paul, but they're just outnumbered up there. 3v versus probably 6 or 7 Fort Celtic lads, and Niall now is back on the ball, and he tried to find Todd, but came off Lee Busher. And a throw in.
Exactly what North End need.
Need that bit of pace, a little bit of a small bit of pace, and they really went at it. We spoke about it a couple of times there now. They need the likes of your Todd, your Kieran Page, and Niall Connolly to really do that, especially coming from midfield, don't they, to try and get Fort Celtic to turn back.
Yeah, if they can take on their man now, like John just proved it there, you can take on your man, you can run through the middle of the field, you can get through. You won't get outnumbered in it, but yeah, bit more direct. If you get Niall Connolly on us and Skinny on the far side, and we get them beating their man.
Yeah, Alan looks like he's going to line up one. I've seen Alan play a lot of games, and I haven't seen him ever score from there, but look at the ball broke to him, in fairness, and you can't say why not.
Four minutes left. Might get a bit of a scrappy ending. Someone get a scrappy goal maybe somewhere.
Yeah, you see it in a lot of games, don't you? Especially at this level, teams just maybe tire out a little bit in the half time.
Yeah.
All it takes is for one player to slack off. Fort Celtic will be hoping it's them, and a little bit of play there between Cahill Dowd, Chris Hooker and Adam Beery, and Chris couldn't beat the first man in Alan Rhodes, but he's only cleared as far as Cahill, and the ball broke to Adam, and a whip shot then that time from Adam, in fairness to him.
Yeah, Alan had more time than he thought.
Yeah.
On that one, he could have passed it out maybe, or maybe his clearance could have been a bit better, but thought he was under a bit more pressure.
Jason clearing the ball just over the halfway line, and Paul Murphy winning the flick on, and John Pear looking to break again. And he's found Niall Connolly, and Niall tried to whip it around, but Dara Rossiter dealt with it, and Kieran Carty added to it down the line to Ryan Busher, who's under pressure from Todd. Todd done well there that time, just held off him and fed the ball back to Jason, who's kicked it straight to Cahill Dowd. Cahill found Patsy and outside of his boot, and Hooker didn't do any favours for Adam that time, and Kieran Carty come in and found Adam.
Yeah.
Gary coming out with it in midfield. Scrappy enough bit of play there by both sets of teams, and it still is that small bit scrappy.
Scrappy. Alan Rose just found himself in the centre of the field there, which he's probably more used to, and Beery could have just been slipped in behind him. He just drifted out to that side.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been done on purpose or whether they've just done it themselves, but for probably 35 minutes of this half, maybe even a little bit longer, Adam has pushed himself up against Craig and Todd, but Ryan Busher now has drifted over to this side, so I don't know if it was tactically done or
Yeah, I think
the boys just done it themselves.
I think the two of them just do that. I think Ryan probably has that little bit more freedom to go from side to side. I'd say Adam prefer playing that little bit more central, but I think that it's something they generally do.
Yeah.
And they've been.
Here's Ryan. Oh,
they've been very willing runners today, to be fair to the two of them.
Long ball over the top, and Ryan was very unlucky. His first touch nearly came off that time, and Todd now has gone to find Paul. Murphy and Dara Rossiter has read it very, very well and found Jack Mullins' feet. Jack turning away from John Pear and found Ryan Busher. Nice bit of play by the two of them, and Seamus was a little bit quick that time on the whistle because Jack Mullen had ran Chris Casey down in front of us, going ballistic looking for the advantage, and I'll be honest, I can't blame him now on that one, because Jack had found a small bit of space.
Found a bit of space,
and
yeah, line Craig up 1-on-1 as well. Beat that man, he's in. Seamus a bit quick on it, but look,
it was a free.
Yeah, it was a free. We can get a decent ball in the box here now as well, so.
Kieran Carty has come over to take it instead of Carmody. He had took the first one. Maybe they should have got Carmody to take the second one. Kieran didn't even reach the 18-yard box, and we just found half time. So For me, probably Fort Celtic have shaded it. Joe,
I think so. I think I think they've packed the middle of the field. I'd expect North End to change. I can see. I think they'll have to go 3 in there. I could see nearly Allen coming in. Someone going on right back. I think they'll have to do something to get on the ball.
Yeah.
Fort Celtic, every time a North End player has the ball in the middle of the field, Fort Celtic seem to have 3 or 4 around it.
Yeah. And anytime there's a loose pass or anything like that, Fort Celtic seem to be picking up a hell of a lot of the second balls and things like that little bit quicker. So
yeah,
look, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Thanks very much for the first half, and we'll talk to you all in a few minutes when the second half's getting underway.
There's more to me. Everywhere I try to go alone, I find you're there. Yeah, yeah. You follow me. Anywhere I try to be alone, I find you're there. Oh, there's more to me. But anywhere I try to be alone, I find you're there. I find you there.
Can I dive deep into the darkness in your heart? Trust you more than anyone I have met before. Don't care who you are or who you want to be. I'll be here until the day that you leave me. When I'm with you, I know I'm safe beside your arms. I'll make sure that you won't ever feel lonely no more. Whatever past we have, the future we will see. I'll be here until the day that you leave me.
I've been heading down a one-way street, can't turn around. You've been taking every part of me, now you know where to be found. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you. trying to understand why I still believe that what we have was ever meant to last. Guess you made a fool of me. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm slowly breaking. You make love so complicated. I'm only seeing blue. You make love so complicated. Why do I still believe you make love so complicated?
I live my life searching for the light. Been learning to fight through the darkness. I'll get this right. We were born to shine, and we still got time. It's not hopeless. Don't look now. Here comes that awful feeling. My walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again. 'Cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down. I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right. I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Yeah, I've lost my crown, but no, I will not bow. You know I'm here right now for the long run. Yeah, you see me down, but you know I'll never drown. You know I'll get back up on it somehow. Don't look now. Here comes that awful feeling. My walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again. 'Cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down. I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right. I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight.
Welcome back, everybody, for the second half of the Wexford Cup Final. Join us here in Ferrycarrig Park. 0-0 first half, and obviously it looks like both sets of managers were happy with their performance. No changes. Doesn't look like everybody's lining up very similar.
Looks like everything's in the same, yeah. Be interesting to see how North End go now with the wind. I'm going to expect them to go fairly direct again. Well, fairly direct in this half with the wind, so and try to hold up the ball up top and play off that.
Yeah, you would think so. And Alan Rhodes trying to find Niall Connolly, who was just cute, just put Lee Busher under a bit of pressure, trying to let it go over his head to Todd, but Lee had read it. Alan Rhodes coming with a strong header and was just caught that time by Ryan. Jump here now on it and fed out to right full back Alan Rhodes. John Pear was robbed by Jack Mullen. Yeah, everything kind of seems very similar. Kieran Carty just barely sitting off the two centre halves in the forward Celtic shape, and the ball gone in long to Clive Lawler. But yeah, Kieran just seems to be sitting. He's probably one of the only midfielders in the forward Celtic half and the whole half that just completely held his position. Kind of looks like it's a 4-1-3-2, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So with Cahill, Jack Mullen and Patsy just getting around the park and putting the pressure on, and Kieran looks like he's the only one, as we said, is holding his position. The ball knocked down, and Ryan Busher's through on goal, and it's a goal.
Great finish.
A fantastic finish. North End just seemed to stop, Joe.
Yeah, another poor header. Poor header back out, and North End or Fort Celtic just capitalise on it.
Yeah.
But there's a mix-up, or Gary got a call.
Header by Gary just knocked down to Adam, and fairness, Adam flicked the ball through to Ryan Busher, and Jason came out quick, closed the area, but it was well closed down.
Looked just on side as well.
So you can't say it's undeserved.
No, I think he was on, yeah. No, you can't say it's undeserved. Like North End have been misplacing those headers and short passes and stuff for the whole first half, really. I don't know if Craig didn't let a shout at him or Gary didn't get any information, but
no, it wasn't the greatest of headers, and fairness, top goal scorer in the Premier League, and he finished that one really, really well. And Adam and Cahill putting pressure on Gary now.
Assisted by the top assist man in the league. Yeah.
Be interesting to see now what happens with North End. They'll definitely have to try and open the game up. Conley on it now, fed back inside to John Pear, who's found a small bit of space. Paul Murphy. John trying to reverse ball back to Niall Conley, but he didn't read it.
Be interesting to see now what Fort Celtic or what North End will come up with. Will they change anything? Will Fort Celtic try to get on the ball and just take the sting or whatever they can? Fort Celtic probably just keep going the way they're going, I think.
Yeah, well, as we said, Joe, they were the better team in the first half, and for no reason would you want to change it or goal up now. So the best form of defence is attack. So keep attacking. I would be saying, if I was the Fort Celtic lads, without taking any chances across the back, but you make sure that the lads keep on pressing high and trying to force North End, because they're getting a lot of look out of it.
Yeah.
So we spoke about this in the first half. It's the first one that Craig is coming up to try and launch, and he's throwing sometimes can be like a corner.
Trying to land this right on Reese's head now, I'd say.
Patsy Malone looks like he's eyeing him up, and Patsy won it and drops to John Pear. Oh, good save by Clive. So John Pear read that one really, really well. Joe came to him one touch. I thought he was maybe a little bit slow to strike it, but he done really well. Good header by Patsy. John Pear onto it, and did it come off the post? It came off the post actually. So I thought it was a save when it first happened, but it came off the post. So, yeah, it's a really, really good strike from John Pear that time.
Yeah, well collected on the edge of the box as well, so read it nice. Good header by Patsy. Probably
Yeah.
would have liked to header it back where it came from nearly, but
Just so as to show North End are not out of this
no.
by a long stretch. Owen playing the ball to Kieran Page, who's now found Todd. Carmody trying to deal with it on the edge of the box, and it comes to Kieran Page, who looks like he's going to try and take on everybody. And Seamus had a close look to it. North End were appealing for either a penalty or free kick, but Gary had taken this off of Adam. Kieran tried to flicker around Chris Hooker, but Chris dealt with it quite well. And
Adam Beery again, just putting pressure on, putting enough pressure on. The only, again, it can't, like the whole thing started there when Gary stepped out with the ball. He tries to play out to his full back, and Alan's a yard behind him. Just not a natural full back. He's not moving up with the play. And then the Skinny loses on the flick around. But Adam Beery putting so much pressure on Craig there.
yeah, good pressure, and very unusual from Craig, especially North End. They're after reacting quite well since going a goal down. That a whip ball into Adam. The back, and Owen knocks it out to Carmody, and Carmody hooks it back in around, and it's gone out for a goal kick. But yeah, it's a little bit strange when you look at North End's, even their bench. There you could give Eamon Joseph there, Maloney. They could both come in maybe as a fullback and maybe add a bit of pace, and there's nothing stopping bringing Alan back up into that midfield area.
Yeah, Joey Jackson as well. There's another.
Yeah.
Another who can play fullback.
Alan playing into Owen Rhodes. Reese, nice bit of play that time by North End. They're just a little bit overcooked by Reese. Reese is another one you could push out right back just to try, because I think if North End are going to get into this, they have to go down the wings.
I think so, and like as we said before, at the start of the season they were pushing the fullbacks so high, and it was giving them a really good outlet, and they're not. It's not happening now. Todd is flying down the line now. He's not getting much ball, but on this side, Alan's it's just not getting on the ball or not able to get it out. So I'd be inclined to push Alan into the middle of the field and push put a natural fullback on there, and push him as high as we can go. Kick out
Clive after kicking that straight over the line, so it'll allow North End to try get something going from this throw-in. They need a big 15-20 minutes out of John Pear now.
Yeah, and in saying that, no, he does seem to be the only one
Trying
getting
to
on the
create something.
getting on the ball. He's coming for it. He's dropping it in little pockets for it. But like that, difficult with just himself and Reese in there.
North End lads are not happy about something there. They're obviously after speaking about something there, and Gary trying to get the message across. So
Seamus not happy with the lads warming up or running down the back of the goal.
come on, Seamus. Clash between.
Not sure about that. I don't think Patsy would have let it run over the line there.
No, but clash between Kieran and Patsy, and the officials decided it was a North End throw-in. Kieran trying to protect it now and give it back to Alan, who knocks it up for his brother Owen to come in and attack it, and well done by Clive Lawler, but the ball's still bobbling around, and Todd tried to come onto it, blocked by Kieran Carty, and now Fort Celtic will look to try and break, and Craig done well there, called out, tried to find him. I think if he'd have played it to the other side of Craig, he was in, but who are we? He was under pressure in midfield, and he tried it, and Todd now is after coming onto this, and Niall Connolly looking to whip it in, but not a great ball by Niall and read easily enough by Kieran Carty. Niall will be a bit disappointed with his deliveries today so far, hasn't he? He's had a bit of space out there, and
Yeah, I think the first few in the first half, he was getting them in nice and early, and they were getting to the front post or middle of the box. And the last couple haven't gone his way. But he'll keep trying them. That's one thing with him. He will keep delivering the ball.
two smallest players on the pitch coming together there, John Pear and Jack Mullen. John Pear is 100 yards away from us and we could hear him squealing. It's the hairdresser coming out now. Good ball in by Spotting on top of Clive Lawler, done really, really well. And Clive could have been caught if there was a little flick header, but he done well. Oh, Todd, another missed pass in it. He's tackling Adam Beery's to charge down on goal, and Adam got his head up to find Jack Mullen, and
a little bit of inexperience there, I think.
Small bit of inexperience. If he took a touch and brought it the other side of Alan, I think Alan had sowed himself.
Yeah. It's what Fort Celtic have done. Clive has got the ball and they've left two up top as much as they can and played nice and quick.
And Owen Rhodes didn't read that, and Carmody's come out, and game is getting a small bit stretched. Jack Mullen playing it, and the time Owen McAuliffe had the flag up and Ryan had just broke forward a split second too early.
Yeah, it was a good line there by North End.
Gary feeding it out to Alan Rhodes, and Alan trying to play it down the channel to Reese, who gets there ahead of Chris Hooker. To North End calling for a penalty, but there was nothing in it for me anyway. And Kieran Page now. Oh, lovely little bit of skill, Kieran. He probably shouldn't have had to put himself in that position. Lovely bit of skill, but it didn't come off. Fort Celtic have broke with the ball, and Jason Maguire.
I'm not sure on Adam being off there.
So Jason had come all of 40-50 yards, and maybe we might have a replay. John Harper, I don't think he's came back since dinner time, since half time, should I say. Hard one to call, alright, but
Adam was the closest to being onside on that one anyway, and the flag went up nice and early, to be fair. So
yeah, Patsy trying to find Ryan Busher, and Ryan decided to run away from the ball that time. Trying to find Reese. Fairness, I've seen Fort Celtic several times this year, and Chris Hooker has been really, really good every occasion. He's rock solid.
Very dependable. Very dependable. You think you get him in the air and you don't. You think you get him down the sides and you just don't.
Yeah. So knocked back in from Niall Connolly down to Owen. I thought it was going to break to Kieran Page from where we were, but well read again by Dara Rossiter that time, and Adam Beery looking to try to get his team up the park, but Cahill Dowd has retrieved it, so Niall Connolly losing out.
Carmody's been exceptional at reading balls into the box today.
Ashley, you said earlier on, Joe, it's his bread and butter.
Yeah.
A great reader of the game, and this is John Pear now doing quite well and feeding Paul Murphy. Paul trying to feed it to Kieran Page. Didn't work.
Left that a bit short, Patsy.
Yeah. Greg was in good and strong against his former teammate Adam Beery, and Kieran Carty tried to open up the play, but Alan Rhodes had read that, and Carey dealing with it now. A bubbly ball back to Jason on his weaker right foot.
Wasn't a great ball back to him. We have a couple of them today now.
Well done, John. Midfield now trying to get his head up to have a look to see, but very little movement from North End in front of him.
There was, but Paul Murphy was right in front of him and he didn't give him the ball. He looked further. You could see Paul throwing his hands up in the air after.
Todd trying to force it. Fort Celtic will be happy with all this. There seems that they're definitely engaging with him. And come into their final third, they're allowing North End maybe a little bit of play here and putting the pressure on him in around that area where Patsy just was. But ball after breaking, Todd Hines and strike. But it's a tough game to play, that, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah. Eventually, you'd expect
one missed tackle or one player just not.
You'd expect North End to get in somewhere if if they can string a few passes together and get a bit of pressure on, a bit of sustained pressure.
Yeah. So this will be a big loss if Patsy.
I think
have to do something with Patsy, but I'm sure he'll soldier on for another while.
I think he got it where no one wants to get it.
One of the privates. Well, that's the area he's holding anyway, Joe. Just why we have a small bit of a break in play. Don't know about you, Joe, but I'm glad today is the last game of soccer for the year. It's been a long year. It's even been longer for you. You've been back pre-season training. July, I suppose, June, July. Well, July.
Middle of July, really. Yeah. It's a long season.
Your break kind of came a couple of weeks ago. I know you're still going around looking at games and helping us out with the podcast and stuff like that when Brown was on holidays.
Off gallivanting.
Yeah. So Ryan Bush going well read by Reese that time. But yeah, it's been a long season.
Yeah, it's long. It's nearly 9 months. Like I said, I was saying this to you during the week. There's over 110 sessions you'll be doing in the whole year. 110 days that you're out for between training and matches. So yeah, it's long. It's nice to get to nice fine weather and able to get out for a drink or two on a Saturday night maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I get up and visit you sometime.
So look, you're more than welcome, Joe. Oh, I thought Jack Mullen had just kept himself online, but Owen had flagged him off, and Jason looking to restart again. Moved the ball out to Gary Delaney. Very, it would be disappointing with the movement of North End.
Yeah.
Very little off the ball. Like even you look now, John Todd is there, and Spot has made a run now through the middle. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but Todd is looking to underlap again, and Niall still holding onto the ball. And Fort Celtic just got back in numbers. Lee Busher nicking it off of Paul Murphy. And Cahill Dowd jumping into a tackle.
They need that sort of running, or Todd runs or someone runs in behind knowing they're not getting the ball, but it just pulls an extra man away, leaves a little bit of space for someone else to drop into, or someone to attack the space. Norton just not doing enough of that at the minute.
No. Ball into the area. Oh, Owen just at the back post there that time, and ball took a bounce just before he got to it. He didn't really anticipate it. Fairness to Owen, he probably hasn't got as many goals this year as he normally would, but he scored some big ones for North End and for Wexford in big competitions, hasn't he?
Yeah. Excellent striker. Probably didn't think that one was going to make it the whole way across the box there, and reacted maybe a little bit late. But he's himself, Ryan, Adam, best strikers around, or top strikers around at the minute, I think.
Yeah. Kieran Page trying his living best to keep it in, but it didn't work, and it looks like, well, the one thing Robbie Kane, North End are looking like they're going to make a change. The one thing Robbie will do is add pace.
He will.
And a bit of direct running, and it looks like Fort Celtic are going to make a change too. What would you do now, Joe? If I was Chris Casey, I'd be telling my lad, sit down for a second. Let's see what North End do before you make your sub, or would you just go ahead and do it?
No, right now I'd probably wait unless there's an injury, unless there's because you can only imagine there's going to be some little shift in shape maybe with Robbie coming on. Now maybe you'd stick it to 4-4-2, but I'd be inclined just to let him.
Yeah, I'd see why I'd let North End show their first card. 2 subs by North End, Eamon Joseph coming on and Robbie Kane. So you would presume Alan Rhodes, and who would you call? Niall Connolly?
Probably Niall Connolly, yeah. It looks that way.
Yep. Looks like the 2 of them are gone. So no, look at it. I think they're going to be straightforward enough changes.
Luke Kavanagh coming on for Fort Celtic.
Yeah.
Jack Mullen coming off.
Jack has done well. Just maybe fresh legs. He had a really good first half, Jack.
Yeah, and he's the sort of fella, you look at him and he'll make a sprint and then he looks bait, and then he makes another one and he just looks bait. A bit Damien Duff like in that, you know, it looks like he's wrecked.
So, very true that, alright. But Eamon coming in full back for North End. looks like it's going to be 3 enough straight swaps. So I see Gary Dempsey now has actually been chatting to Paul Murphy, so maybe there's a small bit tactical difference, but I don't think it's going to be massive. Do you?
No, I don't think so. I think he'll stick it. I'd say Paul might start dropping into the middle of the field for the ball here.
Yeah.
He might turn it into a 3, and then you might see the 2 fullbacks driving up the field as high as they can go.
Yeah. Well, I suppose there's been one small change on the fourth Celtic team. Luke Kavanagh looks like he's gone right up top with Adam Beery, and Ryan Busher is the one after dropping into midfield. So Chris Hooker knocking that long, and Gary Delaney dealing with it, and Eamon Joseph coming onto it now. So not the greatest ball from Eamon in his first bit of play.
No, not. But he was available for the ball. That's all you can ask, I suppose, when he only come on the field. Luke Kavanagh coming on up front here. He full of running. Luke will run around quick enough as well. Yeah. Might get in behind him. He'll put him under pressure anyway when they're trying to get their clearances.
Again, with his first touch, a header back to Gary Delaney, who knocks it up long to Paul Murphy. Owen Rhodes just trying to add it on, but no other North End player read it, only Owen. He chased his own knock on. So Fort Celtic will definitely just knock the ball out and try to kill it. 66, it's a long time to be trying to kill a game, but once they're just breaking momentum, I suppose, and rhythm, isn't it? Just not allowing North End to get into anything like that. So
yeah, because and that's what they are doing. North End haven't really made many chances yet. They're not cutting them open at the minute, but tackle there,
called out, yeah. Putting Eamon Joseph under pressure again. Paul Murphy, good little whip into Paul, flicked into Owen, and Robbie Kane at the back post. His touch is up. He's after coming back inside. Oh, Cameron looked like he blocked it, but in fairness to Robbie Kane, he never panicked. The ball came under pressure. He took on 2 or 3 lads in there and got his shot off.
Sat the defenders down.
Yeah, good flick on by Owen. First touch was good when he came out. Little battle. Patsy had dived in, but
quick ball in here.
Off of camera, quick ball. North End now trying to turn the key and putting a bit of pressure under on Fort Celtic. Patsy, good header on his 6-yard box. I'd like to see Fort Celtic come out a bit though, would you?
Yeah. North End have done exactly what we were asking in the first half. They seem to have injected pace. We got in the break here now.
Yeah. As you see Ryan Busher, but Reese is tracking that run, and Craig McKay, but John Pear done really well to hold up Luke Kavanagh and come out with the ball. In fairness to John, he's been probably North End's best player so far, and a flick header. Robbie Kane will keep going on this one, and it was hanging. And at least Robbie that time made Clive Lawler and Dara Rossiter make a decision that time, didn't he? So that's what we need to be doing.
I think if I was Lee Busher here, I'd just sit and hold my position now. He just bombed out there, and Ferrycarrig couldn't quite get back in time to fill in the gap, but I just sit and hold my position.
Robbie Kane is coming onto it again. Good tackle by Carmody. Probably caught a little bit late. It's very unlike Sean Carmody to stay down, but a fantastic tackle that time by Sean. But Robbie has definitely added a bit of pace since he's come in.
Yeah, definitely has. Willing to run.
So it could be a great tackle if he's after hurting Robbie Kane. Adam. Sorry. John Harper missed it. Too busy on his phone. I think he's ordering his dinner.
Carmely's still down here now.
Yeah, he took a heavy slap that time.
Be a big loss if he has to go.
He surely would. He took a big shot. I see Robbie Kane is back up because the two of them Robbie was travelling at pace and he didn't pull out, so 2 good honest chaps going for the ball that time. Yeah. North End's reaction has been quite good. Yeah. Since they've gone a goal down. In fairness, they've been the better team since they've gone a goal down.
I think so, yeah. I think they have. They just don't need, just not to get caught on the break now is the only thing that's with Fort Celtic. It probably puts Fort Celtic back and back and back.
And you can see it, Fort are gradually falling back themselves. Like there's no urgency for the back 4 to get up, and there's not even anybody calling trying to move them up. So
Kieran Carty's done a good job defensively, covering spots and covering gaps and cutting off passing lanes and stuff. He could do getting on the ball now a little bit, just to get Fort Celtic a little bit of possession. There's one he's just after getting on.
That's exactly it. In fairness to Kieran, probably not the most mobile, but is very, very neat and tidy when the ball is at his feet. Yeah. So
very on. Very
doesn't waste a whole lot.
No.
Adam is standing over this, and
he's going to
have a go at this. He's going to have a pop. So he's calling for 10 yards. The wall does look quite close, doesn't it? But be interesting to see. And Adam did have a pop straight down the neck of Jason Maguire.
Yeah, needed to get out the side somewhere. A little bit to the side and make Jason scramble at it.
Here's Robbie now. Oh, he knocked that one a little bit too far and gave Lee Busher a chance. And Luke Cavlin now standing Craig McCabe up, and he's running at him.
We get Ryan out the other side, or Lee out the other side.
Oh, a little, yeah.
A little bit lax, I think, that's all. Just probably a bit too much time.
Too much time. Some players are like that, Joe, aren't they? When they have the time, they struggle.
Yeah.
Reaction player.
Yeah.
Don't see the picture.
No, it's not. Some people are just like that. Yeah, it doesn't happen that way. You get so used to doing stuff in training that if it's different and changes on you.
Yep.
It can be a little bit difficult.
And Eamon Joseph is just after getting a mouthful off of Gary there. He done well to win it back, but he had lost it in the first place. And Reese trying to find Owen, but he's been well marshalled by Dara Rossiter again, and Paul and Owen letting it run between the two of them, and it runs out to Clive Lawler.
See a couple of the Fort Celtic lads just stretching calves now, and they're walking out. Bit early to be going on with cramp.
Yeah, it is. I suppose while we're just coming into the 72nd minute, so still a bit to play. Now then they're taking their time. They're not going to try and force this. And force Celtic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across their back, so they're more than happy for North End to play with the ball where they're playing.
Yeah. The thing is, the North End guys are just they're pushing right up onto the back line, and Fort Celtic will be happy enough with that, I think. It's these areas here now where North End can capitalise, but well read there.
Chris Hooker done well. Ryan Busher. Ryan is after sneaking through. Gary thought it was gone out, and Craig he's doing really, really well, just holding him up, but he left it the last second and played the ball across to Luke, and Jason makes a good save. But that could have been a chance to kill it. So that really could have been a chance. Gary Delaney was very disappointed with Paul Corwin that he didn't put up the flag, but in fairness, once the flag didn't go up, Gary should have kept chasing, and that was a chance that could have killed North End.
Yeah, could have finished the game. I actually don't think Gary was even given out to. I think he's given out back down here to the.
Or maybe he's given out to.
I don't think it's down to Paul Corwin. See, but he did stop when he came out. He stopped and probably should have got back a little bit quicker. No, he was never going to make up that ground.
No, in fairness to Craig, I thought he done really, really well. Just stood between the two of them, didn't allow Ryan. Made Ryan make his decision last second, and fairness to Ryan, he wasn't greedy. 20 goals this season, maybe 19 in the league anyway. You probably would have thought he would have shot. But Paul Murphy feeding the ball out now to Todd Hines. And Owen Rhodes now come, and Robbie Kane. Oh, penalty! Penalty, the ball had just broke to Robbie, and it was one of them, Joe, that you've seen him given. I think Robbie may have bought it, not.
He had to make an effort to attack or to.
Dara Rossiter was just caught off.
Patty just in the
way.
Might
have another little look at it again. So it's in slow motion now, and as you see Todd trying to.
Just no one tight enough to Robbie Kane on that ball coming in.
Go back to the penalty, John. We'll have a look at that in slow motion in a second, but Paul Murphy stepping up. He's been here before.
Yeah.
So he has, and there's probably nobody more cooler to step up and hit a penalty. Clive is a big unit in the goal. And Paul strikes it straight into the corner, so good finish. Paul Murphy's after getting North End back into it, and look, you'd never really doubt Paul Murphy when he's in front of it. We might have another little look at this in a second, but the one thing Robbie Kane has done has definitely added that bit of energy out in that wing that the North End have been lacking.
Yeah, definitely added a bit of pace.
Sometimes energy just creates stuff, and looks like that small bit of energy just created comes out from between Patsy and Owen, and look at.
Probably a shame it's as close as we are to it anyway. That's
look at. I'm not going to. We have 2 subs coming in. So we have North End, or Fort Celtic, should I say? Kieran Carty and Patsy.
Kyle Furman
coming off, and Dylan, is it?
Yeah.
Dylan O'Brien or Daniel O'Brien, sorry.
Kyle Furman.
And Kyle Furman coming on. Kieran and Patsy going off. Both of them had 2 really, really good games, in fairness.
Yeah, 2 of them played well. Patsy probably needed an extra man in midfield from North End to get more competitive in there.
So yeah, at a strange enough time after going
3. No, it's not 3 to back.
No,
stick at the 4.
So
Kyle Furman just out right back.
So Lee Busher just after popping up into midfield, and now North End will definitely try and put a bit of pressure on. So yeah, it looks like Daniel going into the centre.
Lee Ryan and Daniel in mid there.
Yeah, Lee just going to cover. Lee Busher just going to cover Kieran Carty's position, and if the one thing Daniel will give is definitely legs.
Yeah.
But Patsy's physical presence gone over will definitely be a loss.
He was probably gone over for the last couple of minutes anyway before the penalty.
Kyle Furman after taking a belt to the head.
And I'd say that's on that side they've put Kyle Furman to match up with Robbie Kane's pace out on the right hand side.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm staying that now. Fort Celtic still had probably 2 best chances of the game.
Yep.
In the second half anyway, the 2 chances should have had another goal, but North End never die off.
No. They don't. Kyle Furman whipping that into the back post. Ryan Busher and Cahill Dowd go out to retrieve it, and Cahill puts it back into the middle. And gone out for a goal kick. North End are definitely looking at where we're sitting now, Joe. We can see it, you mightn't see it on screen, but they're gone for the kick. They're gone 4 right up top with 1 just dropping off of it, so they're definitely looking to try and pin Fort Celtic back.
Yeah, they've that great ability to go to a 4-2-4, and you'd always think you can overrun them in the middle of the field, and you just don't.
No.
But yeah, they're definitely going to try pinning back. But Fort Celtic or not?
They're definitely not out of it.
No.
So they have a bit of pace now in it as Kyle Furman trying to get up that line.
A great race.
And Robbie Kane just about deals with it. Yeah, free, just small bit late from jump here. Or was it Robbie Kane? It was one of them anyway. Lee Busher over it. I think Lee's been told to go away. Adam, free kick taker, corner taker, penalty taker,
throw in taker,
you name it.
whatever he wants.
just came across and
Just got there in time.
got a nod to it because it looked like called out was just about to get to it. North End will look to try and get on it. Kieran Page now knocking it back inside to Paul Murphy, and now opening it back out to Robbie Kane, who switched sides with Kieran Page. And Robbie getting closed down by Chris Hooker, who done really, really well and knocked out a throw in. You playing over 35s this year, Joe?
Making an attempt at it. I've played 1.5 games, and I've been in the physio for the last week.
Physio is going to make a fortune.
Oh, stop.
It's like winning the Euro Millions. John Pear now getting his head up and a good little dink ball back over to Owen Rhodes and back into the danger area, and you could see what Robbie was trying to do, knock it down for Paul, but it didn't. Cleared out by Fort Celtic. Gary Delaney chases onto it. Good strike by Gary, coming centre half, barging through, and fell onto his left foot and strike just wide.
And think about it, he would have that in his locker, stepping in there. Vincent Company job.
Yeah, I remember Gary from a chap. My father would have had him with Kennedy Cup from 10, 11 and 12, and Gary actually played central midfield for that team. He was a midfielder in that age, and galloping up and down the pitch, and he got plenty of goals at underage football, and it's only in his latter years he went back as a centre half. And as he told me a couple of months ago when they won the Oscar trainer, he said junior football's completed. So he has won them all.
It's hard to argue.
Yeah, so in fairness, himself and Paul Murphy, and I think Kyle Dempsey are the three in Wexford that have won every honour.
Great achievement. Great feat.
So North End looking to find Robbie Kane again. He's a small bit of space. Knocked it into Paul. Lovely little ball around the corner from Paul, and Owen Rhodes feeding it back to Paul. Lovely bit of play. Clive done well, but that was a really nice bit of play by North End, wasn't it?
It was.
So
I think Chris is going to have to make some sort of change. Their legs seem to be gone a little bit on fourth down.
And really nice little play, nice little step over by Paul, and in fairness,
held up in the sand.
That's it. Clive got lucky. His fringe wasn't in his way, but he got lucky to get back. He got enough on it just to stop it.
It's the first time Sean Carmody has come for the ball and not actually won it.
Yeah.
Paul just rolled him on it. Because other than that, he's been exceptional today.
Sean has been exceptional, and John Pear winning it now, and Todd Hines on the ball, feeding it back to Craig McCabe. The changes have definitely worked for North End so far, Joe.
Yeah.
Paul Murphy coming onto it. Paul Murphy giving out to Eamon Joseph that time, and Daniel O'Brien couldn't capitalise on it. He just knocked it back out for a throw in. So
North End haven't gone as direct as I thought they would in the second half with the wind.
no. Just as you say that, Craig has done it, and Carmody comes into it, and a good foot race between Chris Hooker and Kieran Page. The ball runs out. Hooker done well, but no, I suppose it's difficult to go so direct when there's such a strong.
Yeah.
It is like if you look at the flags, they are definitely blown straight down Clive Lawler's face. So they are. And Seamus telling Clive to hurry up as we come into the 85th minute. Jeez, I hope this doesn't go to extra time penalties. I'd go to work, Joe.
I'm sure they'll manage without it for an hour.
Reece Murphy picking up the ball. And Lee Busher just getting into that ahead of John Pear. North End. Surprised with North End. Every throw in to get their first action always looks to go back.
Yeah. And I think well, you can't hear Gary, but every so often you see a shout out, and he wants them to play forward. I think he got onto him in there for playing a square ball earlier on. He just wants the ball to go forward.
Jump here, getting onto it. Robbie Keane trying to get his head up, and he has Todd on the outside of him, and he has Kieran Page inside, but he's looked for Todd. And Todd now has sold Kyle Furman. A great ball across. A fantastic ball across, but no Owen Rhodes or Paul Murphy hadn't read it. What a great ball that time by Todd Hines.
Absolute peach. Paul had his head in his hands there. I think he realised he should have went for it, and he was after making a run in, but just kind of checked.
So
it's turned into a great battle there now between Cameron and Paul. Paul is actually coming into the game.
And Owen trying to stand that up, and under a small bit of pressure, falling backwards in, gone out, and Clive would be happy to see that. Couple of lads calling for offside. I'm sure they're for Celtic lads.
I'm sure they are. Just need to get the ball up and play in North End's half for a little bit.
Jason coming out and reading this and getting
Beery
ahead to it. Oh, Adam is going to have a whip. Oh, and Jason. Oh!
Yeah. He knew that was going to happen some stage in this game, because Beery's tried that in the last 3 games I've seen him. Jason plays off the line, and Beery has tried that. Hasn't quite caught him.
Here's Adam just catching it, and in fairness to Jason, he had every chance to clear it, an awful mistake. In the 86th minute of the game, and an awful mistake by Jason. In fairness, he came out, Reddick got his head on it, but Adam Beery, he hasn't probably been as effective in this second half as he was in the first half, but when the ball landed to him, you knew one thing he was going to do, and that is have a pop.
As he was coming onto it, you knew he was going to have a go at
So
it. Didn't even connect that cleanly with it, but
no, he got it on target.
Just on target, and leave Jason to make it.
Jason just couldn't get his feet ready.
No.
Couldn't get his feet ready. So here's Kieran Page now, getting his head up, taking on Lee Busher. Lee had sold himself, and a cross in by, and Clive Lawler came and dealt with it.
That's what you need your keeper to do after scoring a goal like that.
Yeah, definitely. And Lee Busher's gone down now. The dark arts of the game now is going to start coming into it.
Clive did him no favours there. He didn't really put the ball out.
So Adam did. So North End look like they're ready in Derby Purcell. The one thing Derby will bring to the team is direct running, and he definitely has an eye for goal. And Craig McCabe looks like the one that's coming.
Yeah, so Derby will score. I'd say he'll go straight up top. I'm surprised he hasn't got more game time. Like, he played against us at the end of the season. They scored a hat-trick. He was exceptional. He's just one of those lads that's just, he's very good.
Yeah, no, and look, in fairness to Derby, he's been really good. I know he was off. He missed a large chunk of the season playing football. Yeah. And he's a big asset to come back. I think the game after you, Joe, I think he rolled his ankle ligaments a bit, and he missed a couple of weeks, so kind of put him back. I seen him in the boot one day, and it looks like Adam Murphy now is going to be coming on. Adam will probably slot in into the centre half position. I'd say for Celtic, he'll just tie up the.
It looks like Lee Busher now, so they might.
Well, Adam has played midfield.
Yeah,
he could go into that hole and roll. In fairness to him, so Captain Lee Busher. It's the slowest limp I've ever seen.
I just got a message in from one of the lads there. If North End, Fort Celtic can hold on to this, Patsy Malone and Sean Carmody won the last Wexford Cup with Wexford Celtic back in 2008, and he tells me Jack Mullen was only 4 years of age at that time.
Hey, Jesus,
maybe a big distance between those.
In 2008.
2008 when Wexford Celtic won it.
That's
if they can hold on for this.
Yeah, it's a great achievement, and a great. They played Timon actually. Timon and Wexford Celtic. So
Kieran Horg sent me in that one. They must be listening intently to us.
Either that or he's reading the match programme.
Go back. I'd say he was part of the squad.
And all right, clash between Gary Delaney and Luke Kavanagh over there, and the ball breaks for Fort Celtic. But if Fort Celtic do hold on, you have to say, to likes of Patsy Malone and Sean Carmody, what stalwarts they have been to Wexford football, for them to come out and roll it in, year out.
Yeah.
And if anything, probably the two of them are getting better.
Like I said to you,
So
it's the best season I've seen Patty Malone have this year, and I've seen him in quite a few games. Sean Carmody has been a great acquisition. He's been exceptional here today.
Yeah.
Just don't get caught with something like this now.
It's
But
going to
he-
reach the whole way back to Clive.
So both of them, and Clive as well in the goal actually.
Yeah.
Wrong side of 35. But they've been exceptional all year round.
And that's exactly it. So, and Clive's kick wasn't the greatest that time. Straight out.
Almost a minute of the injury time gone. North End don't seem to be pushing too far past the 18-yard box. Pair getting on the ball and they're spraying it out. Fort Celtic just seem to be able to read those little slip balls.
Yeah.
They're just able to get a toe to them, or
They are just getting little nicks and bangs as we're in the 92nd minute. So, well read by Clive Lawler. And if Fort Celtic do hold on, it's they'll retain the cup, and I think North End were the last team to do it in 16-17. So it just goes to show how hard it is to do that kind of stuff. And
so it's almost impossible that the form would say to retain it.
yeah. So, and you have to give Fort Celtic credit. They're doing fantastic work down there. Underage structure, an Astro pitch, and you can see it now kind of filtering in through the first team, that they're starting to picked up 3 more points this year than they did last year.
Yeah.
And we look like we're going to get Josh Shield in for Adam Beery.
Get the great clap off there, Adam is.
Yeah. So, in fairness to Fort Celtic, they've been really, they are definitely trying to close the gap on the North End and the Gorey, and by retaining the cup if they do. Gary Delaney knocks it in. Oh, what a
clear off the
save!
line.
What a Reece Murphy with a diving header. What a fantastic save by Clive Lawler.
Great ball in. Great.
Yeah, fantastic ball. Gary with a brilliant header back where it came from. And that's a long ball into the box. Gary Delaney rose highest, and Reece Murphy. Clive Lawler just threw out
Great
his right foot. And in fairness to Ryan Busher, he was the quickest one to react. So this is not over yet. So Paul Murphy, delivery right in on top. And Gary Delaney's in.
up.
It's a goal.
Higher than everyone.
In fairness to Gary, a massive goal there, a brilliant header. He's a massive unit. The 93rd minute, Gary Delaney could be after bringing this extra time, and in fairness to Gary, he hung back out at the back. Nobody picked him up, and what a ball by Paul Murphy.
Peach, absolute great ball in.
But for somebody like Paul Murphy to be coming in at that, what a for Gary Delaney, should I say, it was just hung up there and allowed him to really come at it. So
It'd be interesting to see now Fort Celtic after taking off Adam Beery. You have to go through extra time now, maybe if it gets there without him.
yeah, it's sometimes it happened with Blackwater last week or a couple of weeks ago. Took off their centre forward. They probably thought that the game was done and dusted.
Yeah.
That focal point sometimes, and
Yeah.
um,
Paul coming for this one now again. It might not get that far.
no, John Pear is gone short, and North Ender going forward. Celtic were back waiting for it long. John Pear delivers it in. So Darby didn't leave it for Robbie Purcell, or Robbie Kane, should I say. Get the two names mixed up.
Yeah.
So Eamon Joseph read it. Terrible ball by Eamon. What was he doing there?
I'm not too sure.
I think he wants extra time. I know it was on his weaker left foot, but that's better out of Eamon. Can we go to half time, Joe? Or extra time, should I say? Extra time. So look at, we're going to drop off here for a second when the two teams turn around, and we'll be back join you in a minute.
When I'm with you, I know I'm safe beside your arms. I'll make sure that you won't ever feel lonely no more. Whatever past we have, the future we will see. I'll be here until the day that you leave me.
I've been heading down a one-way street, can't turn around. You've been taking every part of me, now you know where to be found. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. You make love so complicated. Before I knew you, you make love so complicated. I give you my heart. You make love so complicated. So damn tired of trying to understand why I still believe that what we have was ever meant to last. Guess you made a fool of me. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation.
searching for the light, been learning to fight through the darkness. I'll get this right, we were born to shine.
Welcome back, everybody. As we go into extra time, we have a new captain for Fort Celtic today. For this toss coin, and both teams are deciding to swap sides again. So, looking at the body language, Joe, we weren't on air, but we were looking at both Fort Celtic and North End. North End looked like they were after winning it. Fort Celtic looked like they were lost it, didn't it? You know, so body language rang to go with. This first period of 10 minutes is going to be big.
Yeah, it did. It did look that way. All the North End boys went straight in around. Gary got him sitting down and got his instruction in early. Took a bit longer for the Fort Celtic lads, but it'd be good to see now if Fort Celtic were under a bit of pressure there for the last probably 20-25 minutes of that half, and after conceding so late in the game, they're going to have to come out and give a bit more.
Yeah.
It's not over yet, like the 20 minutes.
No, it's definitely not over, Joe.
Need a little bit more. Need to play in North End's half for a period of time.
Yeah. From when they scored the first goal, probably opened up the score. North End were the better side. Kind of woke up North End, and then Fort kind of scored against the run of play and gave them something to cling on to.
Yeah.
And you also have to make a mistake when Paul Murphy tried to win it, but Gary Delaney has read that, and small bit of a change. Paul Murphy has definitely dropped back out to midfield, and Kieran Page now running at the Fort Celtic back four. Robbie Kane has slowed it down and coming back inside, trying to find Owen, and decent first touch by Owen. But Shield has found Daniel O'Brien, who's trying to find Ryan Busher, and it looks like Ryan is pushed back up top.
Yeah. So North End seem to be gone with skinny jump here and spot in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
But there seems to be, if Ryan can get the ball down on the left hand side here behind Eamon, seems to be where they're trying to get in anyway.
Yeah, and Todd and Kyle Foreman battling away, and I think this is only the second yellow card of the whole game. And Jack Mullen, I think, picked up the first one, and Todd picked up one just for a silly pullback.
Yeah, I think so. Kyle would have drove through the middle there maybe, but he was coming into North End players, so it might have been needless enough.
So John Harper's not happy. We have people underneath us here, and they're making a load of noise. I think he's like a school teacher now. He's going down after him.
Everyone looking for the good view on the height.
Yeah. Fairness, Joe, it's a perfect place to watch a game, isn't it? This box here, like you can see so much more than you can understand why the rugby lads go to a stand, can't you?
Yeah, you can see all the movements, all the little intricate changes of shape and stuff like that. It's very good.
It's very, very hard down there at eye level on a sideline.
Yeah.
Free kick given away, Luke Kavanagh. In fairness to Robbie Kane, he's done really well since he came in.
He's made a difference. He's injected that bit of pace, bit of directness, direct running.
He's working very hard coming backwards as well.
Yeah.
For some reason, North End are never able to get anybody to fill in the app, so
still
I
2-0 on the app.
Yeah, I think there should be maybe a fine or something imposed, because we should look at it as Ryan Busher comes in.
Ball in.
And Ryan being stood up by Reese Murphy, and he tries to go past him, but Reese was just really, really strong and shielded him out. Good bit of defending by Reese.
Called out, made an excellent run down the far side, and
did.
Ryan probably should have looked up and got it across to him. For him to be still making that run this late in the game.
Kieran Page now is in a small bit of space, and he's looking to get his head up, and he's jinking in and outside of Kieran Shield. And Kieran Page with a great ball into the back post, which Kyle Furman had to try and deal with. He had two men, he had Darby Purcell and Robbie Kane. Robbie's found John Pear, and Paul Murphy now has space. And Paul out to find Eamon Joseph. Fine, Kieran. Kieran has come into the game as well, and he's got his head down. He's got into the box. Will he pull it back? Yes, he pulled it back to the penalty spot, but Cahill Dowd was there. And Eamon putting it back in, and Cahill Dowd again on one leg. He's he looks like he's half dead going around there, Cahill, in fairness.
He's keeping them all on side now, so he'd want to get out.
Yeah, so, and poor delivery by Eamon, but Fort Celtic can't get it out of there, and John Pear keeps it in. Darby Purcell feeding Robbie Kane. Robbie turning back in and out onto his right foot, and he's decided to whip it in. And in fairness, Chris Hooker caught it, and Paul Murphy with a speculated off chance, maybe 20-25 yards out.
I'd expect, well, you can even see it from the start here. John Pear and Paul Murphy linking up fairly well. The two of them will try to keep the ball. Be a little bit harder for Fort Celtic to get it back.
Yeah.
And in that last couple of phases there, Spot was just picking up an empty spot on the edge of the box.
Yeah, in fairness to Paul, he's dropped back out into that midfield. And if you look at North End now, of Eamon Joseph, Todd, and with Reese and Gary gone in as their two centre halves. John Pear and Spot midfield with Kieran Page and Robbie Kane, and two up front is Owen and Darby Purcell. So they were three at the back for a little while, but for extra time they've gone to the 4-4-2 again. Darby Purcell, and a bit of head tennis between Cahill Dowd and Adam Murphy. Rossiter finding Kyle Farman, who's cleared it up. And Reese Murphy, easy one for Reese, just slotting in centre half, and gives the ball to Paul Murphy, who's in control. Eamon feeding Skinny's feet. In fairness to Kieran Page, after coming back after such a long injury, come back there after a cruciate injury, he's still flying in 100 and something minutes. He's been lively in extra time here. Yeah, I think they managed him well from when he did come back. He was only in and out of games, and then he wasn't selected or wasn't available for the game. So, but it'll be a good test on his lungs now and the hamstrings and stuff like that now. He's still moving anyway. So Paul Murphy's after taking a short free kick to him, and he's gone on the outside, and Kieran has found him with Paul with plenty of space. Little dink back for Gary Delaney, and Gary back where back heel, another good save. Comes it off the post, but Fort Celtic are all over the place, aren't they?
And a good break here now, don't
so, Ryan, Eamon Joseph, I think there could have been a foul. If I was shouting at Eamon, I wouldn't be allowed Ryan to get away from me, but he done really well. Eamon Joseph did. Got back, took the ball off Ryan, and has now found John Pear.
They're going to have to make a change with Colin Dowdy. He's gone down with cramp again. And
they can't. They've no subs left. They've 5 subs, so
I'd move him up front nearly out of the way, because
maybe look at getting Busher back into it.
Yeah, or one of the younger lads back in there, because he's if he's going to keep dropping down every time he makes a clearance, he's going to keep lads on side.
Kieran Page doing really well, finding Darby's feet, and Darby taking his time. Strong unit Darby is, and found Paul Murphy. Paul is getting the space now he wants. This game now is starting to suit Paul.
Yeah.
And Todd knocking it over Kyle's head, and Todd would be disappointed, a player with his ability with the whip on that, but it was a good bit of play in fairness to him. And fairness to Fort Celtic, it's a little bit tougher to make out kind of what shape they're playing, but at the minute their back four is very similar. Carmody with Rossiter, two centre halves, Kyle Furman right back, and Chris Hooker left back. Adam Murphy looks like now he's maybe trying to sit in the place where Kieran Carty started, with Josh Shields, Daniel O'Brien and Cahill Dowd in that midfield area, and they've still left with 2 up front with Luke Kavanagh and Ryan Busher.
Yeah, still looks like they've stuck with their
shaped at the start of the game with.
Yeah, a little bit of a diamond or flat 3 and defensive midfielder. Just not getting on enough ball really at the minute.
No, you just really good ball by Eamon Joseph in, and Owen Rhodes got his head up onto that and knocked it out, and Fort Celtic will be happy with that.
Fort Celtic will be happy with that because that ball has been delivered from 5 yards inside Fort Celtic's half. I mean, there's plenty of times for a defender to get set and meet the ball and come face it. The chances North End have been making have been quick ball down the side and across the box from the 18-yard line, crosses from there. Like, it's just a bit probably too direct going that far out.
Eddie Black on the sideline there, getting a touch of the football. He didn't touch a whole lot in the final last year. Eddie didn't. Ball played to Jason Maguire, who's gone long down to Darby, and Sean Carmody done really, really well with a header, but Paul Murphy has come on to it. Carmody has read it again. He's been excellent today, and this time he's found Luke Kavanagh, who has a small bit of space in front of him, but Reece Murphy with a block tackle. Back to Carmody again. So
that space is still in behind the full backs. You can see the two Fort Celtic centre forwards splitting and trying to play in that space behind the two full backs pushing high or getting caught out.
John Pear, change of footwear. He was wearing yellow boots. Him and Joseph played a blind ball to Kieran Page, who'd gone the other way, and Ryan Busher now going at Gary Delaney just inside the North End penalty area, but Reece Murphy came over.
Gary did well to get his foot back out of there, because I think that's what Ryan was looking for.
Yeah, tired legs, and he done quite well. But fantastic bit of cover and play by Reece again that time.
Fort Celtic look like they're going to go 2-on-2 at the back here now.
It's quite brave. Now I see Josh Shields now maybe is going to drop. It's very brave if they did. Jason Maguire clutches it, and it is 2v2, but Kieran Kelly or Seamus Kelly should I say, has blown the half-time whistle of extra time. Quite brave by Fort Celtic leaving 2-on-2, especially against Kieran Page and Robbie Kane. Two of them will be known for their speed.
Yeah, with Jason's delivery as well. It's brave enough. I suppose if you're going for it, you're going for it. Should have a quick enough swap around here, will we?
Yeah, it should be quick enough. In fairness, it hasn't been as warm today as it has been over the last couple of weeks. We've been blessed with weather over the last few weeks, Joe, but still very, very warm. And at the end of the day, these guys are only junior lads. They're all getting up to go to work next week, so Seamus is allowing them a small bit of time to get a little bit of a recovery.
Yeah, they should as well. Like, I mean, it's like I said, junior footballers. It's been a tough enough game.
Yeah,
quality hasn't been super high or anything, but it's been physical enough. Kyle out there driving on the North End boys.
In fairness to Kyle, he knows what it's like, and he's been here and done it several times himself.
It's tough on him not being able to get out there for these, because I know he's injured for the season, but I'm sure that fella will play on at least 45.
I'll be honest, I think Gary retired him. He just said he was injured for an excuse. Kyle won't like me for that one.
You'd probably keep Kyle out on the field if you could.
It'll be interesting to see. As we said, Fort Celtic were looking tired. Cathal Dowd is still struggling even to get out to the centre circle to kick this ball off, and North End still have 2 subs to make.
Yeah.
They've only made 3, haven't they? Yeah, Eamon Joseph, Robbie Kane and Darby Purcell.
Yeah.
So if they do need a fresh leg in the last couple of minutes of this, at least they have the option.
Yeah, Cathal looks like he's going straight up front there. Ryan coming back in the middle of the field. I think they had no choice but to do that.
No. In fairness to him, he's made a massive difference. Should I say, no, he hasn't made a massive difference. He's covered a massive amount of ground. I was meant to say there this afternoon. Eamon finding Owen Rhodes. It was a good ball by Eamon and fed into Owen, but Clive Lawler read it quite well and dealt with it. Fort Celtic have a couple of numbers over on this side, but Gary Delaney didn't get what he probably would have wanted on it.
You know, before Celtic get up into the North End's half and play a little bit up there.
They were excellent with the win in the first half, so let's see what happens. Throw in again. Fort Celtic's throwing it. Daniel O'Brien getting ready to throw it. In fairness to Daniel, I seen North End and Fort Celtic in their first game they played this hold on now before. No, cleared by Todd, but down in Fort Celtic's pitch, and he was excellent that day.
Yeah,
He was really good that day. Wholehearted player.
Very good footballer as well. He'll give you everything.
Yeah, and Adam Murphy now was Cahill O'Dowd, who found Josh Shields, and who's find Ryan Busher, who's looking maybe try to get a shot off. Good defending by Gary Delaney, and knocked out wide by Adam Murphy out to Luke Kavanagh, who had that fantastic chance in the 90 minutes, who could have put it to bed, but
I think Ryan just needs to pull the trigger on that one. Might hit someone's knee or toe or whatever it be, and
that's it. A small bit more greedy.
Just take the chance on it. I mean, they haven't made many chances in the probably last half an hour, 35 minutes. So take a chance, swing your leg at it.
Owen Rhodes headering it up and then knocking it out for a throw-in. Todd Hines clearing it with Cahill Dowd still working and closing down. Gets to this stage, it's really about who wants it, doesn't it, Joe?
Yeah.
The legs are tired, the mind is tired, and it's just about that gut, yeah. Robbie and Kyle Furman battling it, and Darby Purcell was strong that time. And a bit of ping ball around there, and John Pear tries to get his boot on it, and he has done. He's got control of it for North End, and Adam has closed him down. He's played outside of his foot and a little bit slack by John, but good idea.
Good idea. Needed a bit more on it.
Owen had made a good run. Busher.
Just no communication there.
No, neither him or Cottle spoke to each other, and he tried to take it down, but it just came off his foot. Robbie Kane knocking it up in the air, and Kyle Farman coming under it, and Paul Murphy with a header. Maybe the wind is stronger than we thought, Joe. If you look at Fort Celtic, we've been cramped in their half. Oh, Josh Shields, Kieran Page has done well. Paul Murphy read it, and North End trying to double up there and clearing it out to John Pear, who's found a bit of space, being closed down by Adam Murphy. John won't panic, he's dragging the ball back to Eamon Joseph. Eamon back into Paul, an awful ball really. An awful ball for him. I didn't think it was a free now, to be honest with you, but it was.
No,
I'd be giving out to him and for giving me that kind of a pass.
Yeah, but Paul never looked for the ball. He should have been stepping forward into the pocket for that. But then Eamon did kind of chip it up to him as well. It wasn't a nice ball to get.
Fort Celtic have dealt with that. Cahill Dowd still moving them big long legs, and Luke Kavanagh is going to put Gary Delaney under pressure, working him hard, and Gary just about dealt with that. Back to Jason. And Jason knocking it up along with a free touch for Ryan Busher, took it well out of the air. It was a lazy swing by Colin.
It was the only swing he has left, I think.
I think he came off his knee more than his foot, and North End looking to John Pear on it now. Again, in fairness, John driving through the middle. Darby Purcell has done well when the ball's gone up to him. He's held it in. He's been big, strong unit, and lucky again.
Done everything you want from a centre forward, and bringing lads into play.
Yeah.
But again, Carmody's battle. That's Paul Murphy, Owen Rhodes, and Darby Purcell.
Yeah.
Fought with anyone that's come up there. To be fair to him.
close to it now, Joe.
Yeah. 5 left in this one, 4 left maybe.
If you're a manager, say Chris hasn't got a whole lot he can do, probably after taking off a couple of lads who you would be thinking maybe if it did get to that to take penalties. For Gary, would you be looking at penalty takers and maybe taking one off if you were in that position, or would you just solely concentrate on
I
where
think
the lads are?
it's another minute or two. He definitely has to be thinking about it. Well, he probably had a good think about it over the week anyway. I forgot to this, but I think you'd have to be thinking about it. No, maybe he doesn't have a penalty taker on the bench. Maybe draw out in the field.
Yeah, maybe so, yeah. Well, you look at, he has a few out there. I'm sure Fort Celtic have a few lads that'll be confident to step
Yeah,
up too if,
yeah.
if it does go down that route. We still have 3 or 4 minutes of this to go. Page, nice bit of skill. In fairness, Kieran is after growing into the game.
Yeah, he's done very well in the latter half of this, or latter parts of it. He's brought him into the game and got a few balls in the box.
Yeah.
Bet his man when he's taking him on as well. It's what they needed probably in the first half, and they got it as the game went on.
Kennedy again getting his head onto it and knocked long by Shields. To Gary Delaney, who has nodded it back to Jason Maguire.
Maybe man for man back there now. Jason plays forward.
Jason knocks it up long. Owen Rhodes gets a little flick on, right by Adam Murphy. Out to Chris Hooker, who's another one, had a really good game as well today, and offside that time. One of the easiest ones for Mr. Kerwin to call.
I think so. Yeah. No, Ryan had just gone and little toe in behind Gary. Hard to time those ones because it's just to get the ball away from the defender sort of ball. It's not even a pass.
Paul Murphy trying to grab a couple of yards on it. I wouldn't blame him with the wind the way it is, and Gary Dempsey screaming at Reece Murphy, where are you going?
All going into the box.
So Reece is called back and Gary Delaney up to try to get a flick on, but well dealt with again by
Called out again.
Cahill as well, and Ryan Busher is going to put a bit of pressure, but that's ran out for a throw in, and Fort Celtic will definitely try and push this right up into that corner. Cabinet putting Jason under pressure, but he got a good clearance on it, and Reece, a strong tackle on Ryan, which Seamus said play on, and Todd comes out with the ball.
The last couple have come up to Ryan there. He just hasn't held them up, or needs to take a bit of pressure when he's up that high up the field.
Yeah.
And when you take the hit, then just get on with it. It's too late now to be hopping and not running back behind the ball.
Just get back into that position as Todd, after gaining a couple of yards up along. Bit of experience when you're up against a strong wind, just trying to gain a couple of yards. Owen Rhodes done really well there to get back, and nice bit of play by John Pear. Leaves it then for Paul Murphy to knock it up to Robbie Kane, and Kyle Farman had read it and clears it down on top of Reece Murphy again, and Reece is happy enough to allow that to run out for a throw in the identical spot where it was a couple of minutes ago. Dreaded penalties, Joe.
Dreaded penalties.
I said the other day, not in on penalties.
You did. You did.
So, look, we're down to the dreaded penalties. I suppose, Joe, it's a great way to win it. And awful sad, though, to lose it, because no matter what, any of these players will put in a savage effort throughout the whole year, and for it to come right down to this last minute. But I suppose we've no better way of finishing a game, I suppose.
Yeah. No one really wants to get to this point on it, but I suppose Fort Celtic might have felt like they've lost it in the last, but they rallied well for extra time there. So it'll come down to the goalkeepers. I think it'll come down to the goalkeepers. I think Clive has made a couple of really good saves during the game. Jason probably hasn't been at his best, but I haven't worked with Jason.
Still made a fantastic save from Jack Mullen
Exactly,
in the first
yeah,
half. So, and in fairness to two goalkeepers, two big units. Two of them are probably of the most agile in the league. They're both fit, athletic. Looking lads, more athletic than me and you looking anyway, Joe. In fairness to them, and it'll come down to it now. At this stage, it's a bit of luck.
Yeah.
I see Robbie Kane has been lifted off the pitch, so it doesn't look like Robbie will be involved in taking a penalty, unfortunately.
No, I didn't see what happened, whether he rolled his ankle or something, was it?
Flash there at the last minute, I think it was with Dara Rossiter. So, when we spoke about penalty takers, Norton could have brought on Shane Dempsey or Keane Carty McManus, so two lads who will be definitely set piece capable of, and Gary decided to stick with the 11 that was on it. So in this situation, Joe, as a manager, I'd never ask the player to take a penalty, especially if it came to a penalty shootout. I always wanted the lads who felt comfortable put up their hand. Would you similar, or would you like to have? You'd have an idea.
You'd have an idea, but you'd ideally like to come to you. If I know, go back. Aidan Brown used to do a thing when we were playing. I used to ask everyone, "Will you score? Will you score? Will you score?" A lot of lads actually would say no, so skip on to the next man like that. I'd probably more inclined just to ask. No, let someone come to me and kind of say, I want one, but you might have to go looking for the last one or two, and they're the ones that you get a little bit iffy on. A little bit nervous when they're stepping up because they don't really want them.
Yeah, that's it. And look, there's no point in putting pressure on somebody who's not confident.
No,
do you know? No. That's we were similar to any competition, penalty shootouts we were in. I always kind of let the lads come to us, see where it is, and then kind of hope and pick and plot your way through it. Then after that, if you had 6 or 7, then I used to have a decision, say, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Happy enough then. But look at it, it's nervy. I don't know. I've never stepped up and took a penalty in a penalty shootout, but I know they're damn nervy when you're standing on the sideline knowing that you can't do anything with it.
No, that's it. No, they're not nice when you're walking. It's the walk. It's the walk from the halfway line down. Seems to take ages. And you kind of walk down, trying to take your time, trying to be cool about it. When inside you're kind of being ace, you're eating yourself up, going, don't make a mistake. So it's kind of, rather than the miss itself, it's the walk down probably misses most penalties for lads. They're in their own head.
To be honest with you, Joe, I don't know if John can you get that, John? All the youngsters out on the pitch. To be honest with you, it's a Fort Celtic versus North End youngsters, and it's a better match than we had a few minutes ago.
I was only going to say, when we come up after half time, there was about 30 lads down in the box, 30 young lads, all blue jerseys and green tops. Like it was great. All just playing against each other.
Yeah, look,
only about 2 footballs between 30 lads.
It's great to see, and all these young lads now. Look at the spoil sport, Seamus Kelly coming along, blowing, telling them to get off the pitch.
Referees again.
So referees, and I think that's the side we're going to for the penalties. So it's an unusual one.
Yeah, they usually go down into the.
Yeah, so we'll have to move over. An unusual one. So especially when you have the crowd up that side.
Would you call it? I think for me, I think North End probably have the more experienced lads still on the field. I'm not too sure about the younger Fort Celtic lads. I just don't know. I don't know what way they'll step up to take. Yeah,
look at. We spoke about it at this stage. It's just luck. You would North End definitely have that bit of experience, but at this stage, if your name is wrote on the cup, who knows? We've seen penalties being kicked, and you kick the ground and the ball barely scrapes by, and so you just see Kyle Dempsey and Patsy Malone shaking hands, and them two lads have done battle together on a pitch and definitely off of it.
Patsy out there telling Seamus how to referee it now as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yes.
spot up for the first one.
Yep. That's it. Tough one for Paul too now to step up after scoring one in the game. Does he come up, or does he what? Do you know, like, so does he go the same side, or what does he do?
If he normally goes to the goalkeeper's left, I think he'd stick with that.
Yeah. So here's Paul Murphy now getting ready to step up. Slid it the exact same spot.
Same again.
Very same. Cool, calm, collective. 1-0 to North End, and
Sean
up comes
Carmody coming
Sean
up now.
Carmody. So Sean is going to hit a penalty with no goalkeeper.
Yeah,
Jason is.
it's a little bit. Sean ran up to get to that, and Jason obviously taking his time, make him stand over, and running up to it makes you kind of wonder, does you want to just get it over and done with, which you naturally do.
Yeah.
Jason just playing mind games there, holding his time, taking his time getting into it.
I hope Seamus is not going to be fussy about penalty spots, and if there was touching it, let him hit it.
That's right, I think
Bang.
it doesn't have to be down in it, does it? It
No.
just needs to be touching it.
So, like, it's 12 yards out. Jason's making himself big, and Sean Carmody runs up and steps up. Cool penalty by Sean, in fairness.
Good penalty, kept it low, just rolling it in.
Yeah. Here comes Kieran Page. Skinny, former Wexford Bows player. Was absolutely fantastic throughout the year last year. As we said, picked up a nasty injury and was out for a long time, but has definitely featured in all of North End's big games at the latter end of the season. Straight run from Kieran. Now he's shifting it over. And cool penalty as well. So Clive has gone early quick. Twice. Two's right.
Yeah, gone early. I suppose if you keep going to your right, one might go down there.
Yeah. Here comes Dara Rossiter. Dara has played well. Had a tough job up there today in his centre half. Battling with Darby, Purcell, Owen Rhodes, Paul Murphy, and just a few in a short enough run. And good strike from him. In fairness, he was confident. Jason went the right way. Short run.
Got it enough into the side.
So
Todd Hines coming up for this one now.
Todd making his way up. So fairness to Todd, like Kieran Page, another former Bows lad, coming up to set down a left footer, getting ready to hit it. Clive has gone the same way twice, so do you think that comes into penalty taker's mind?
If the
You're
goalkeeper
looking
goes
at the
same way.
goalkeeper, yeah. Would it be a thing that might make him change?
You'd hope not. You'd hope not. You'd hope they'd have their side picked when they're knowing they're going to hit it.
Todd running up, slow run up. Oh, good strike. It was well struck by Todd, in fairness to him, and
Little
crossbar
nod,
down, and once it crosses the line, you won't give a damn.
little nod out to the side there to everyone looking at him.
So
This one now would be
Cahill stepping up.
yeah, going down with Cranford last 15 minutes there. Wasn't swinging much of a leg at the or in the play, so
Yeah, so he might get cramp running up to hit this one.
if he hits the net, I don't think he'll care. Set it up again.
Ball is moving on him. The wind has definitely picked up the last
Yeah.
couple of minutes here, actually, in Ferrycarrig.
Yeah,
So Cahill, little jink before it, and
great penalty.
good penalty. Actually thought he was gone down with cramp when he went to do that little jink. Here's Darby Purcell. Young man Darby. Plenty of big game experience to him. Clive Lawler being very helpful and giving him the football.
He's come up with a lot of goals for North End over the close to the end of the season there when he came back into the squad.
Darby getting ready to strike it with his left. Oh, what a strike.
Yeah, rifled in.
I didn't think Darby Purcell didn't look confident going up, but by Jesus did he strike that one.
Yeah,
So-
rifle into the top of the net.
And I might for forgetting how many we're after taking. That's 4, is it, for North End? 4 for North End, and Ryan Busher coming up now to hit Fort Celtic's 4th penalty to keep him in, and Wexford Player of the Year. top goal scorer. He'll be hoping that this last kick of the ball this season goes into the net for him. Short run up again. Dead straight down the middle, and Jason had gone just a slightly bit early.
Just a little bit early.
Gary Delaney getting ready to go now. Gary, the one who scored the equalizer in the 93rd minute. Big unit.
Big man, all right. Will he do what Todd did and just rifle it?
You probably would be expecting Gary to do something like that, but we'll know now in a couple of seconds as he gets ready to line up to face up to Clive Lawler. The strike into the corner of the net. Wasn't the cleanest strike.
No, it took a bounce before going in there.
I'd say Gary's heart is in his mouth there a little bit. So, Kyle Foreman. This is coming down now to Kyle now.
A lot of the Fort Celtic defenders taking penalties.
Yeah, the pressure is really ramping up here now. A big penalty to take. Jason standing up big and tall.
Clive, to be fair, has handed the ball to every Fort Celtic player coming up.
Yeah.
Had to go looking for it.
He's led by an example, in fairness to him, and Kyle's getting ready now to run up and strikes it. Struck his home as well. We're just going into sudden death. This is the pressure time now, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah.
These are the lads who didn't want to take a penalty. So.
Yeah. Surprised Owen Rhodes didn't at this. Well, sure, look, they've enough penalty takers around the field.
Yeah, they do. And Owen runs up. Good strike by Owen. Cool, calm, and collective. So. Here's young Luke Kavanagh. Done well when he came on today, in fairness to him.
Yeah.
Got around the pitch. Oh, no. It looks like Luke is not going up to take it.
Oh, Clive, is it?
Clive wants to take this one. Goalkeeper versus goalkeeper. Luke was out of the traps like a rocket.
Eager to go.
So, as we come up sudden death, Clive Lawler, really nice guy, has been brilliant for Fort Celtic and gets ready to strike it. And Jason saves it. Really tough one to take, in fairness to Clive. He hit it at a nice height, but a fantastic save by Jason Maguire. Got over full stretch should I say, and North End have wrapped up a double, Joe.
Yeah, double. I think Fort Celtic will be a bit disappointed. They're obviously going to be disappointed to lose a cup final. To be winning it with 93 minutes gone, probably a little bit disappointed. North End weren't at their best today, but they got through it. They were very good in the latter part of the game. And come out with a double. Yeah, look at it. In fairness to everybody, it's been a brilliant year for football throughout the whole county. Fairness to Fort Celtic, they had a great game today. They had a great game plan, and they really pushed North End to the pin of the collar. North End had to come up with the answers, and they did in the penalty shootout. Feel sorry for Clive, gentleman. In fairness to him, he's been really good for Fort Celtic, and look at these lads. Fort Celtic will definitely bounce back from this young enough squad, and they'll 100% come back from this. And congratulations to North End. Tough after last week's defeat to get going and coming back, but look at the end of the day, they wrapped up their double, and it'll be interesting to see where they go from here. So look, thanks to everybody for tuning into us. Congratulations North End, and hard luck to Fort Celtic, and we'll talk to you again very soon. Thank you.
Is it our last chance to find a little something good in this mess we've made? Don't tell me that it's over. We could start again. Life can make you sober, but I told you thick and thin, 'cause we don't quit. I'm all in, just don't fade out, 'cause I'm here now. If you need escape, we'll find our way. Just We'll find new streets, just know that I'm right by your side. Oh, promise that I won't leave. I know we'll make it through this time. Don't tell me that it's over. We could start again. Life can make you sober, but I told you thick and thin, 'cause we don't quit. I'm all in, just don't fade out, 'cause I'm here now. If you need escape, we'll find our way. Just don't look down, 'cause I'm here now. Oh, oh, I'm here now. Oh, oh, 'cause I'm here now.
When the tides are high, you can't keep pushing. It's getting harder to breathe. When the people crowd around your space, know you were safe with me. When the storms of us start pouring, and you've got a lot to lose, my heart will keep on falling for you. I'll carry on and take the weight for you. When the storms of us start pouring, and you got a lot to lose, my heart will keep on falling for you. I'll carry on and take the weight for you. When the trees don't dance and the breeze no more, don't forget to see. Keep your body next to me, baby. Know you were safe with me. When the storms of us start pouring, and you've got a lot to lose, my heart will keep on falling for you. I'll carry on and take the weight for you. When the storms of us start pouring, and you got a lot to lose, my heart will keep on falling for you. I'll carry on and take the weight for you. I'll take the weight for you. I'll take the weight for you. I tried to let go of all of the nonsense that you put me through. I give it all to you. I do it all for you. Maybe this feeling's overdue. You're uninvited. You wanna hold me close, but I know what you
we forward Celtic up also for the presentation, please? Okay folks, I think we're ready to go. Just on behalf of the Wexford Football League, thanks everyone for making this a great final. Brilliant crowd here, so thanks everyone that attended today. Thanks also to Wexford FC for their kind sponsorship of the Wexford Cup, and long may that sponsorship continue. And also thanks to everyone that made this final great. The pitch was absolutely fantastic. The two teams and the referees. That was a great final. Hard luck to Ford. Congratulations to North End. Our first presentation is today Seamus and his team of officials. So if they come forward, we'll start handing out the prizes. Could I have the Ford Celtic captain up first, please? Ford Celtic captain. Okay, could we have the North End captain, please?
Adjustment there. Guys, let's go. Come on.
Okay, we have 2 to go. Wexford FC, player of the match for this year's cup final. Fort Celtic's number 4, Sean Carmody. Okay. John Godkin is doing the honours for Wexford FC. So Paul, all yours.